Yo, it works. Oh, badass. I'm doing pretty good. And also, howdy, howdy, howdy to everybody that is coming along to see this stream tonight. Um, we're currently, what is this, halfway through the school season? Am I right about that, Connor? Jesus. It does, ugh, it's bad. I don't like that. It's not even the exam part for me. It's just that, holy hell, it doesn't even feel like this school year went by at all. It's, it's kind of surreal feeling compared to the first year. First year felt like oh my god, everything is going by like a snail's pace. There's like assignments everywhere. There's fucking it's it was not a good time. Yeah, yeah, I guess that's true. But in its own right, it was kind of nice, like because campus was empty. You can do a lot of stuff in your free time. Yeah, it's I could definitely do without that. Just a tad bit less, but it's how the world is now, so what can you do? All right, so oh boy, Thanos wasn't wrong. Well, aside from all that jazz and junk, what are we going to be discussing tonight, Connor? And very trash. I've seen some of them already. Just a lot of trash. Oh, wait, the audio, Connor's audio is dead on hit their side. Oh, what? Hold on, let me check. Doc. Nope, I cannot. That's very strange. Oh no, that is bad, bad, bad. Yep, yep, yep. You can do that.
Okay,
I'll
how
give
about
you a
now?
little
Am I better?
testing.
Is that better? I think that's better because I just realized that
Yeah, that's better.
so the problem is that I just got a new mic. So
Ah,
as it turns out, even though I set my computer to default to USB mics, it made me select the new mic automatically, and it was trying to use my computer mic, which is why you couldn't hear anything. Okay.
so I guess for the first like 6 minutes, you just hear myself talking to myself, talking like a insane lunatic. So
Yeah, standard business.
yeah,
Anyway,
standard stuff.
in case you missed it from context clues, this is the fourth Aggie-SAMA bi-weekly podcast. We're going to be discussing the members' hot takes this week, and I'm joined by good friend Corey, and just some other quick announcements. I'm very bad at putting the VODs for these out on the YouTube channel because for some reason they just take ages to like export. But podcasts 1 and 2 are currently uploaded, and I'm working on exporting the third podcast, so that'll hopefully be up by the end of the weekend. So if you want, you can go visit us at the YouTube channel under the same name, Aggie-SAMA. Just look it up, and it'll be on that channel right there. And I'm going to try to upload these quicker so that people can actually watch them. Other than that, go to meetings. They're fun. I don't go to them because other reasons and classes, but you should go to them. Uh,
Hell yeah.
yeah, I think that's it. So, unless you have
Oh yeah.
anything, we can get started.
Just to get this out of the way, my profile picture that I'm using right now, that you see on the screen,
Oh yeah.
um, if you're wondering what this is, it's a mismatch of Chowder, the show, and the main character, and also Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, obviously.
Is this fan art or like is this from the
Um,
show?
this is no. That would be amazing though, but um, this is actually something. Okay, so this is a weird story. Essentially, I got this from a random dude on Discord one time. I didn't expect much out of this dude because it was like, hey, dude, I'm doing free art. You want to get something from this? And I was like, sure. He did the most perfect. Like, I asked him to do something crazy because it was funny, because I thought it was funny at least. Just to do chowder with schnitzel, just like doing being both as Star Platinum and obviously Jotaro. I thought that was like so insane that nobody could actually do this. This man perfectly replicated like the cool, like masking effects of like Chowder with the clothes and stuff, with also JoJo's Adventure, which I thought was so fucking badass.
I can pull up the picture
He
if
did,
you want, real quick.
yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, let
The
me get
thing
it real
is,
quick.
he didn't even charge me for it. He just
Wait,
said, "Oh
really?
yeah, I'm just doing this for fun."
Oh my god,
I was like,
that's a deal.
"That right?" And it's perfectly replicated, at least in my opinion.
That's nasty. That's so cool.
Right? It's
Yeah,
so fucking cool.
that's
And this is I used to use this as like my profile picture everywhere. Now I just use Junpei Iori from Persona 3 because he's also one of my favorite characters. But I like to pull this out every once in a while for certain things, stuff like this.
all right. So let
Because
me
it's
resize this. Things get very
yeah,
large.
yeah. It was made perfectly. This
Yeah,
is
it's a very high quality image too.
yes, which I was very very surprising. Wow, that's a very large image.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
It's
I
gonna take
can't
a
zoom
second.
out either. So
It's all good. It's all good. It's all for the. You guys will be able to see this magical piece of artwork. I actually don't remember. It was like 4 years ago. So I don't even have the dude's name anymore. I think he deactivated.
wow,
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
this is just like living on his memory. Hopefully, I can bring this out more into the world where it deserves it.
Okay, we're almost there.
We're almost there. Almost there. I personally didn't really like the yellow background, but who am I to say for something that's free?
Yeah. Plus, you can always like fill it in later. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
that's true.
Let's put it over here.
Look at this. This is magical. This is just like perfectly replicated in the Chowder like art style.
Yeah. I literally
So
thought this was from the show. Like this is actually so crazy.
it's so clean. It's so crisp. It's amazing.
Such good art.
Other than, it really is. I'm sad to not know where the man is now. Wherever he's doing, wherever he's at, I hope he's doing good.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty nuts.
All right.
All
So
right. All
back
right.
to our main topic.
All right. So let's begin. So we'll start it off pretty tame. Corey, I'm actually gonna go to one of these takes from you.
Oh
It's gonna be a
boy.
two-parter. You said pizza and canes are overrated. So let's start
Oh
with
yeah,
the first
pizza.
one.
Pizza. Okay, so people always say like, "Oh yeah, pizza's fucking great. Pizza's like the best meal ever. You can eat it every day." No, you cannot. It's greasy. It's obviously you're gonna eat a lot of cheeses, so that if you're lactose intolerant, you can't do that. I'm not personally, but if you're lactose intolerant, you can't just do that. There's a lot of people who are lactose intolerant. It's very very just seafood pizza. What? No,
I'm lactose intolerant. Or like partially lactose intolerant. I still eat pizza. Pizza slaps. Pizza's so good.
pizza's pizza's good, but it's not as amazing. Like you shouldn't get hyped over it just because it's pizza.
No.
It's
All
like
right. I need to defend pizza here. I picked a good first one. Okay. So I had pizza tonight, so I'm gonna defend this. I'm gonna defend this. So a pizza is also known as a pizza pie, right? That's like another name for it. It's because it's literally just a dinner pie, is basically what it is. And you're taking the goodness of a pie, like a pie crust, but instead of having like a dessert filling of like sugary fruit, you're having a more like filling of tomatoes, cheese. You're having a bunch of toppings, and that's not even the end of it. You could have like barbecue chicken pizza, where instead of tomato sauce, it's barbecue. There's like Alfredo pizzas. There's like stuff with no sauce, where it's like just toppings and cheese. Like you can do so much with it that you can physically never get tired of pizza.
But the thing is, I can understand why it's good. What I cannot understand though is why people say it's their favorite meal like of all time. That I just don't understand.
Well,
It's just like
what
their
else has
steak,
what has the
their
customizability of pizza? All right, steak is overrated, which is another thing we'll get to
Oh,
later.
that's
We're gonna get to that
okay.
later. We're gonna get to that later.
Sure.
But uh,
Fighting words.
what is like more adaptable and more flexible as a food option than pizza?
Literally anything else. Like you can go with the bare bones, like basics of just meat itself, which can be cooked in many, many different ways. Obviously, with pizza, there's like Chicago style, there's deep dish, there's blah 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 blah. Who cares?
That's literally like saying you can have your meat well done, you can have it rare. Who cares? No, they're all different ways to eat it.
With meat, you can get smoked, you can get grilled, you can get charred, you can get
That's the same thing
all
as having different types of pizza. Like there's deep dish, there's thin crust, there's thick crust, there's filled crust.
thin crust is pretty good actually. I can't lie about that, but deep dish is also pretty damn great. Chicago style is overrated as all hell.
Okay, I can agree with that one. Like pizza in general, like is one of the few foods that I believe deserves its hype.
No, I don't.
And like inferring that all pizza is greasy is just incorrect. Because like fast food, like if you get like fast food pizza like Domino's or Papa John's, like bless their souls, but like it's greasy pizza. You know what you're getting into though. It's like it's that food that you eat when you're in the mood for it. But if you're having like a high quality pizza, because there's also those, you can go to like a fancy Italian restaurant and get like a $25 pizza and stuff like that, like a really fancy one. It won't be greasy unless like they're really bad. It'll have like a bunch of variations. I've seen a lot where it's like a bechamel, like there's one place I went to, it was like for my parents' anniversary or something like that, and it was like bechamel sauce with cheese on top, and then like some fancy toppings, like a little bit of truffle and stuff like that. We didn't get it, but like it looked so good. Like,
But can you say something that you haven't tried? Because I have no doubt that pizza is still greasy as all hell.
no, I saw it at People's Tables.
Mm,
Pizza doesn't have to be greasy. It's just that
I've
it's just easier to like not have to worry about that.
I've tasted too many pizzas. I've tasted some fancy pizzas. I've tasted some pretty alright pizzas. Obviously, you can never go wrong with the Little Caesar pizza because it's cheap and hot and ready. But it shouldn't be someone's favorite food, is what I'm saying.
But why? Why should it not be someone's favorite food?
It's just, I don't know. There's just something about it, at least in my opinion.
I mean, pizza is the food for every person. You can get pizza for cheap, you can get expensive pizzas, you can get middle pizzas. Like today, I just got like a medium Domino's pizza, like just the kitchen sink. Ate like half of that. Feel amazing. I love that pizza. It was very good. But I have a bunch of friends who will like don't eat veggies, and it's like that's fine. You just have a meat only pizza. I have a bunch of vegetarian friends. That's cool. They just get cheese pizza or like veggie pizza. So I have some like I don't like anchovies or black olives. Just don't get them. Like you literally can take anything out of a pizza and it'll still be edible. Even if you like are completely lactose intolerant and you can't have cheese, there are pizzas without cheese. You can get those. They exist
That's just tomato and bread
with toppings.
with toppings.
And there's also like lactose-free cheese and stuff too, if you look hard enough. Like
Yeah, I guess it's true.
pizza is an every man's food. You can even get like gluten-free crust. If for some reason you don't like tomatoes, you can get barbecue sauce. You can get bechamel. You can get like Alfredo. You can get basil pesto. Basil pesto pizzas are so good. Like
I've tried too much pizza. I think I'm just jaded at this point from pizza. Like I like it every once in a while, like maybe like once every 2 months. I just can't eat it as I used to at least.
okay, that's understandable, especially because like a lot of the pizzas that like are more common around here or around like most college places are gonna be the stuff like your Domino's, your Papa John's, your Marco's, like all that stuff.
I still don't know how the man Papa John himself ate like pizza every day, his own pizza, and you could see like the fat grease just rolling down his forehead. It was quite disgusting.
I mean, Papa John slaps though, like, especially if you're in the mood for it. Like,
Well, I've never enjoyed a Papa John's pizza.
okay, that's fighting words. Papa John's and Domino's are the two best fast food pizzas.
I think Domino's is all right.
Who's better?
If I'm being completely honest, I enjoy a good Little Caesars, even though it's cheap and hot and ready. It's hot and ready.
For the price, like if we're comparing price to taste, Little Caesars is up there.
I think Little Caesars is the king for like every man.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, But like,
Have you tried the deep dish pizza at Little Caesars?
no, I've only been to Little Caesars. I've been to Little Caesars a few times, but not a ton.
The deep dish is quite good actually. That's a pizza I can actually say it's greasy, but I enjoy it.
Hmm. That's understandable. I think I also may be partially biased because back where I live, there was like a local Italian eatery that opened up. Uh,
Mm.
there's like they made their own pizzas and stuff, so it wasn't like fast food chainy, but it was like very affordably priced. It was like family style, and they did like Chicago deep dish, but like their own style. And like, oh, I've never had pizza that good in my life. That
Or
like,
like
it was so
Chicago
good.
Chicago deep dish is like just a lot of tomato sauce and very little cheese. For, for
But that was
the
what they
thing
did
is,
different. Like what they did is it was almost like a cake level of like dough. Like think like just like a full rectangle of dough, and then on top is like tomato sauce and cheese. And
mm,
the dough was so like light and fluffy and airy, and oh, I miss that stuff.
sounds interesting. Sounds
It's
interesting.
so good. I wish I had a picture.
That would be quite nice actually.
Yeah, I
Well,
it's hard to describe, but oh, it's so good.
I just realized we've been talking about pizza for like the past 10 minutes.
That's fine.
Should
That's
probably-
literally the point of this. Like,
Okay,
pizza's
should we
good.
probably-
I could go on for pizza for at least half an hour more.
uh,
Pizza slaps.
pizza's all right.
Okay, all right. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. All right. Now the big one. So, precursor. I'm from California, not Texas. We don't really have Cane's out there, so I don't have a strong opinion on this. But Cane's is overrated? Question
Oh
mark.
hell yeah, dude. Cane's is overrated.
Okay, elaborate.
Okay, so this is people say, okay, have you seen the line of Cane's?
I have. It's a little ridiculous.
The line of Cane's goes out onto the main road of like the middle of the street. It should not. Okay, for chicken fries and like some sauce, probably like ketchup and mayo or something. I don't know. It should not be that packed like 24/7. Like, what's the deal?
I mean, if a place is good enough, I can understand it. Like we're gonna get to this later. We're not gonna discuss this now, but I understand why In-N-Out in California at least always has lines all the way standing out, like going out to the street. Like I get that, but
Right.
like I don't think Cane's is that quality. I like Cane's, but I don't think it's that quality to where there should be lines out in the street.
If I'm being completely honest, Cane's chicken is like mid-tier chicken. I've had better chicken, like, I don't know. I've had better, crunchier, crispier chicken at like Church's Chicken of all places.
Okay, all right. Here's the real question: Lanes or Cane's?
Cane's obviously. Lane's is over. Okay, so I heard some multiple people saying like, oh yeah, Lane's is like the underrated version of Cane's, blah blah blah. Yeah, no, it's not underrated. It's rated. It's just.
Okay,
it's
so
boring.
I like Lanes better than Cane's, but because I can get the food faster. Every time I go to Lanes, there's only a few people in line, but if I go to Cane's, there's a line out the door. And if I'm being honest, I've had both. I'm an outsider, so I'm not indoctrinated by the Colts. I literally barely taste the difference. Like, there's like
Well,
some difference, but like not a lot.
well, if I'm being completely honest, there's not much difference aside from the sauce. The sauce at Cane's is just better. The ones at Lane's has more pepper, which is kind of bleh to me.
Okay, that's why I like Lanes. I like lots of pepper.
I think the sauce does better with like the sour bitterness of like how it is at Cane's,
Yeah.
at least in my opinion.
Yeah. Speaking of that, one thing, all right, so I'm a confused Californian, right? So
Okay.
I'm used to like when you get bread from somewhere, it's like not bread that you just went out to the store, bought, and then gave to someone, right? So I was very confused when I came to Texas, and every time I go to like a fast food restaurant, like a Lane's or a Cane's, I just get handed a slice of like the HEB bread that's like 12 slices, 12 slices in a loaf for like $2. And I just get like handed a slice of that without like any prep. Is that like a normal thing, or is it like just a Cane's and Lane's thing? Like,
We in Texas like to give our Texas toast.
I mean, I understand that, but like, there wasn't even like, it's not even like cooked up with like butter or anything. It's just limpy bread.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking like in like barbecue plates or what?
Well, barbecue places, and then like chicken, like I guess just meat places in general. Because like they do
Well,
it at
that's
barbecue places, they do it at chicken places, they do it
that's
like
called
everywhere.
a good piece of bread goes well with brisket. It goes well with like any type of like meats. It's kind of just like if you want to make a sandwich on the side of like all the meat you're consuming because well, meat is kind of greasy as all hell whenever cooked like in a barbecue style with like a smoker and all that stuff. It's good. The thing is, you want something to hold it that's dry, and so that's where bread comes in. You can also put like beans on it. You can put like, I don't know, again, you can go crazy. Put like smoked ham or something. I don't know. Make a
Okay,
sandwich.
I agree, but you should know beforehand if you want a sandwich or if you want a plate of meat, and at that point you should just order a sandwich. No.
Nah, but dude, it's all about the options. You can do it on the fly right there, and then and there. Eat your brisket sandwich, and eat the brisket itself after by itself.
Then just, but like, why would you not just get a bun then? Why just like regular
Bread tastes
bread?
bread tastes better than bun sometimes. I'm opinion, at least for like barbecue style sandwiches.
Okay, I can kind of get that. I've just never been like, I've always felt very whelmed whenever I get the bread. It's like I eat it and I'm just like, this tastes like they just bought this from HEB and they just
Is
like
whelmed a word?
yes. It can be like overwhelmed, underwhelmed, and then whelmed.
Pretty sure that's not a word, but okay.
All right, that's another controversial opinion. Whelmed. All right, whelmed. Even if it's not a word, it's a good. It should be a word, and it describes how I feel perfectly. You're not overwhelmed, right? But you're not underwhelmed. You're just very whelmed.
Mm,
And according to Merriam-Webster, whelm is a word. To turn something such as a dish or vessel upside down, usually to cover something, to cover or engulf completely with usually disastrous effect, or to overcome in thought or feeling.
hmm, hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Xander. You're watching Young Justice. What
Why?
about that?
Why should we care?
Yeah. Oh, Young Justice. Oh, Young.
Okay.
Uh,
See, he gets it. He gets it. He gets it.
okay, I can understand that with Young Justice. It was okay. There's nothing particularly bad about it, but it's not particularly special.
So you were whelmed when you saw it.
Yeah, I was. What? There's a better word for that. I just know there has to be.
It's
Whelmed is not
whelmed.
the word.
It's whelmed. I don't know what you're on. It's
I'm
whelmed.
indifferent. I'm indifferent.
That's what whelmed. That's whelmed. You're just whelmed.
Then what does indifferent exist for?
For being indifferent. They're different there's different like connotations.
Sure, I'll accept something like that. I guess.
This
Okay.
conversation I feel so I'm all right. I'm not gonna
Don't
I'm
don't
not gonna
don't,
go.
don't say it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So ultimately I agree Cane's is overrated. People talk like it's the second coming. It's not. It's fine chicken. And the lines are too long. I'll agree with you on that one. Do you want to keep going with food, or are we on a bit of a
Yeah.
roll there? Or do you
I
wanna
want
mix
to
it
go
up?
with one more at least.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so
All right.
may I introduce this one?
All right. Yeah. Go.
All right, this one's for Ashley. This is
Oh God.
she says Whataburger is overhyped and not good. Okay, so
Big true. Big
I can-
true.
I can halfway agree with you there. Halfway agree with you there. Do you know why? Do you know why that about that?
Okay,
Ashley,
yeah,
maybe
go.
Xander, who's talking or listening, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so the burgers there, yeah, they're pretty bleh. They're
Agreed.
basic.
Agreed.
Okay, so but the thing is, have you ever tried out their chicken?
No, actually, I've only been like twice, but yeah,
Okay.
I have not.
Their chicken. Okay, so this is my go-to place for chicken. Surprisingly,
Really?
I never go to Whataburger for the burger. I go for the chicken.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Is it
the
just that
chicken,
good?
the chicken with gravy is like heaven on earth.
Really?
Yes, their gravy is like no other gravy I've tried. They might. Okay, so recently I'm actually kind of like pissed because in my own hometown, Pleasanton, they changed the gravy formula. It does not taste nearly as good. I have no idea what they did with it, but I think their chicken and gravy combo is quite literally the best chicken and gravy combo fast food you can get. Better than Cane's, better than Church's, better than Popeyes. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
It's quite so fucking good. Forgive my French. Can we see if I this no?
That's. I guess I'll have to try it. But
You should.
yeah, I'll try it next time. But yeah, I just maybe I should probably ask someone we can bring this up later if we have more people, just to see if anyone is willing to defend Whataburger. But I've been twice as an outsider who's never had it but told it was good. Every time I went, it was like the most underwhelming burger I've ever had.
It's
It
just
was like,
fast food burgers. That's it.
no, it doesn't even tell. Right, so fast food, like it has a distinct taste to it, right? Like when you get a McDonald's burger, or like I don't know, I'm trying to think of another, like not like Burger King's trash, Jack in the Box is trash. What's it? Wendy's. Like if you get like a Wendy's or like a McDonald's burger, you eat it and you're like, okay, this is not like a quote unquote good burger, right? But you're like, this is a good fast food burger. And it's like it's almost like a different quantity than like if you made your own burger, right? There's just something about it. But Whataburger doesn't have that. It doesn't have the advantages of being like a fast food burger, and simultaneously, it's also just not a good burger. Period.
Okay, so I don't like the burgers. I do like their patty melt though.
I haven't had it. I'm judging based off just the burger because like I'm not super invested in other stuff.
Well, the patty melt is like it's burger with melted cheese and mushrooms. Well, technically it's not
I
patty
love
melt. It's like
mushrooms.
it's like the Swiss, it's like the Swiss cheese mushroom burger. We're gonna call it. It's
Yeah,
pretty delicious.
I would eat that. Throw a little
Yeah,
bit of like a little bit of an arugula mix, like a little bit of avocado, like a little bit of balsamic.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't get the people's hype with avocado either.
Okay, so avocado is overrated. I will agree on that. But avocado is good.
Avocado's
If you're
good.
like guacamole, I love guac. Guac is so good.
That I don't agree with actually.
Really? You don't like
I
guac?
don't. Nope. I'm Americano. Never liked it once in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Very
Is it,
surprising. It's just last time I tried it, and like every time I've tried it, it just tastes sort of like watery green mush.
oh, okay, all right. So all right, I know what you're talking about. That's bad. That's bad guac. Like bad guac tastes really bad, like really, really bad. But like if you get some good guac, like if you know a place to get good guac, or like for example, Chipotle guac is like not great. Like I wouldn't like recommend that. But like sometimes my family makes like my dad makes good guac, like oh so good. Like it's a matter of proportions because there's a lot of liquid that goes into it, and if you do too much of one thing, then it just overwhelms it, and then it tastes terrible.
Yeah. Every time I've tried it, it just I've never gotten anything of like semblance to good guac. I'm guessing.
Okay, well that's understandable then. Maybe I'm also partially spoiled because I come from an area where it's like half the restaurants are Mexican restaurants, so like we get a lot of like
Well, the thing is,
competition to drive up.
even in my hometown, there's like, let's say, I guess like a good 7 to 8 Mexican restaurants. Most of them family owned. I've never had good guac from there either.
Really?
It's very strange. I know. It might just be because I just don't like it, but
That also could be a thing. I mean, people. That's the one thing about food. It's like people will always be able to have their opinions, just because like people have different taste buds, like different tastes. Like people will always like different things. Doesn't mean we can't argue about it, but people will always like different things.
that is true. That is the what's it called? Future of humanity. Everybody will hate someone just because they like something.
I mean, are you talking about the future?
I'm just talking about people in general.
I mean, that's. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, so confirmed. Whataburger is overhyped, not good. If you're there, you go for the mushrooms or the chicken.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good with that. I can concur.
Badass. Okay.
All right, so all right, I have a personal one here. So we're moving to Smash. I think this is actually our only one of our. We have two Smash ones. This is our one of them. So Pyra and Mithra are the worst DLC additions to Ultimate.
That's some. Okay, so I'm a pretty big Xenoblade 2 fan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, they're probably the best fighting characters in Smash at this moment.
So cool. Like
They're really so super cool.
I know we're not supposed to insult people for having bad takes, but like this is a really bad take. This is
Yeah.
a really bad take.
Like their kit is just so damn cool.
Yeah. Like even if you like, I'm not a Xenoblade. I'm not a Xenoblade fan. Have not played Xenoblade, but just the characters themselves, like the way they play, is so cool. Oh, it's so much fun.
Okay, Sam Red. Her anime characters with swords. Okay, so every different anime character with a sword in this game, besides the Fire Emblem characters, are like pinnacle of top tier fighting character.
And they also
So
play differently, all of
they
them.
play differently. Yeah, it's just like I just don't get it.
Like people complain about like the fact that Roy, Chrom, Lucina, and Marth all like look similarly, but they all have like completely different play styles. Like if you've ever watched like any competitive at all, you'll know that like the way a Roy plays is so different from how like a Marth or a Lucina play or how a Chrom plays. Like
I like Ike personally.
yeah, Ike is like people complain at him. He's literally like one of the more unique characters in the game. And then, like, if you're gonna complain about that, do you know how many people there are that just use their fists? There's more people that like don't use weapons and that just use their fists than there are that use swords in this game. Like,
I like Roy, by the way. Other Sam.
no Valve rep. Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to see like Doom guy stuff. At least there's the Mii costume.
Wait, was there a PC rep at all?
PC.
Yeah, like which originally started in PC.
Well, there's the Doom guy.
I guess so,
Mii
but
costume?
like not as an actual.
Oh,
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie.
Was that PC? No, that's Xbox.
Was it?
Yeah, it's Xbox.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was
original
Xbox. I'm trying to think. Was there? Oh
I
yeah, there
think so.
was. Wait, do arcades count? Because Kazuya.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, we're forgetting the obvious one, Minecraft.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine actually. I was
Yeah.
wondering when there's gonna be PC rep, but yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but even just outside the cast, just looking specifically at DLC, like Piranha Plant, extremely cool that this even exists. Like that's such a cool addition. Joker from Persona, insane.
Hell yeah, love it.
Hero, need I say more? That was like
Hell yeah.
the reveal itself was like kind of mid, but like just the character is like so cool. Banjo Kazooie, like I don't like the character, I don't like how he plays in the game, but just the
yeah.
reveal itself, like just
It was
having him
iconic.
in. Yeah,
It was iconic.
so cool. Terry,
Yeah.
I never played King of Fighters, but
Ooh.
I thought it was really cool, like the way they did it, and his like moveset, insanely cool. I love watching Terry players.
I love Sakurai talking about Terry because it just seemed like very passionate.
Yeah, the way they implemented his moveset, like I looked at some King of Fighters stuff after, I was like, damn, this guy like, it's actually pretty legit. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
And then Byleth, literally, people complain about him being like the anime sword boy. Literally has 4 different weapons. Literally 4 different weapons.
And is one of them a sword? I don't even think there was this technically a sword. It's
Technically,
like there's a
he has the
staff,
whip,
an
the
axe.
whip sword.
Ah, yeah, I guess it's true.
Because
Well, then
that's
again,
what it doesn't count.
it's a whip.
It's a whip. I mean, it's sometimes used as a sword, but like it's a whip sword. Like that's so cool.
It's badass.
Yeah. Then we have Min Min, like extendo arms.
Okay, I think of all people, I'm sad to say, I actually liked Arms. But the thing is, Min Min is just kind of a dumb character.
Yeah, that was the what's it called? That was the Nintendo saying, all right, we need like some Nintendo franchises as DLC. And Sakura was like, all right, fine. It was the most interesting one.
Even then, like, I just think they could have been implemented a bit better. I didn't like the concept of like you control each arm with both A and B.
Oh, yeah,
It's just kind of dumb.
I agree, but if you watch like Japanese, I don't know how much you follow the Ultimate scene, but
Mhm.
in Japan, they're insane with Min Min. Like the stuff that they do is like actually like top 5 characters stuff.
Really?
Like I
It's-
cannot
it's-
wait for international tournaments.
They just seem kind of one of the most basic characters in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen any like top tier gameplay of them, but
Yeah,
from
it's
my own playing of it, it just seems kind of
the,
as you would call it, whelmed.
I agree, but their main thing is that because you can buffer your end lag of your moves with the other arm, you have insane shield pressure. No one can ever get off the ledge because the hoop thing for some reason covers every ledge get up option. And then because of their range, they're one of the few characters in Ultimate that can actually like edge guard someone without putting themselves at risk. And they also, like, after you get the dragon upgrade, you literally can just, like, full screen poke someone. And, like, never be at risk.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Then
then,
again, I always go for the flashy characters like Joker or like Terry.
yeah, definitely probably the worst one of... I would think Min Min's the worst. But, like, I mean, it's still a good character. Right?
But yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Minecraft Steve. Yeah, that happened.
He's the man. He crashed Twitter.
Yeah, I still cannot believe that actually happened. Then Sephiroth. Yeah.
That's probably the best cinematic of all time.
That was so cool. And then the giant sword, like, if you complain about his sword, literally his sword is so cool. Like the gigantic sword.
His sword is like 3 times bigger than him.
Yeah, the way he played, and he gets like that third jump, and he has like the demon orbs.
And obviously, with the Sora, technically it's not even a sword; it's a key.
It is a key.
It's just if you want to go even more in depth, technically, based on his lore and stuff, it's like not even actually it's not even it's a blunt object. But the thing is, the only reason why it works is because he believes it's like. I don't really remember. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a while, but if I remember correctly, it's like it gets sharp because he thinks it's sharp or whatever, or something like that. It's something akin to that.
Never played, so I cannot attest to that.
It's fun but dumb series.
Yeah, the problem is it's like so long. I've heard that you can't like start in the middle. Like you can't start at Kingdom Hearts 3. You'd have to start at 1 because like the story continuity. And like I still like I've owned Breath of the Wild for like 2 years. I still like I just got my paraglider like a month or 2 ago. Like
I have yet to beat it. I've seen people beat it multiple times. I have yet to beat it myself though.
Yeah, I just go through like single player games so slowly. Like it's just really hard to like play through them all.
I got that goopy goblin gamer brain, and I can only really play multiplayer games for most of my time in my life.
Same, even though I'm bad at them.
Yeah, but the thing is, I got that goopier brain with like the FPS genre. I love my Halo. I love my Call of Duty. I love my just everything to do with like shooting, running, and gunning, and all that stuff.
FPSs are so... I love FPSs so much. Like, I'm incredibly bad at them. Like, I tried... I had... my old roommate gave me a Valorant beta key because he ended up getting 2. So I tried it out. I practiced for so long trying to just get used to it. I never got good. It was pain. I might try CSGO again eventually, but...
CSGO... Okay, so CSGO is... Okay, maybe go into the next topic, actually. I have something to say about this, actually.
Okay.
It's from what I said a while back, CSGO is not enjoyable in the slightest.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about that one because I've talked to you about CSGO before, and you said you enjoyed it. So I'm very.
What? Okay, well, I don't think so.
Oh no, you might have just said that you played it.
I've played it. The thing is, I played it for. I've tried CSGO. I've tried CSGO at least a good like 10 times. Every time, it's just not been a good time. Every time I play, I'm always playing like Smurfs. I'm always playing like people who are just arguably better than me because I'm not used. Okay, alongside having a goopy gobbler gaming brain and all that stuff, I need like high action, high impact gameplay. CS:GO is one of the slowest games of all time because there's no running. There's nothing to do.
Okay, well, there's running. You just can't tactically.
You can't tactically run, and I find that so stupid. I find that just like. I get it, but the thing is, I just don't like that type of gameplay. I've never enjoyed it. CS:GO is it's a league of FPSs.
Are you more like an Apex Legends type of guy?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say, my games usually I'm the best at games where it's like strategical shooters. Like I haven't tried Apex because a 90 gigabyte download is not in my my realm of wanting, but from what I've seen and from other games that I've played that are similar, it's like a lot of it boils down to like your Twitch reactions and like basically just can you outmaneuver the enemy and kind of like overwhelm them in a way.
Yeah.
I like this. It's just a personal thing. Like. It's definitely like personal taste, but I like the slower pace of games. Like I love watching CS:GO and stuff like that because the slower pace really is like a lot more suitable, and you still have like ample display of like mechanical skill and like stuff like that, so it doesn't take away from that. But it's like less going on all at once, so it's easier to process everything. Because I've watched Apex. I love C Dog VA, like his streams,
Okay.
like with the VTubers and stuff. Oh, I love those streams. But for the life of me, I have no idea what's going on when he's streaming Apex. Like I just do. I tried. I looked at like tutorial videos and stuff. I just don't understand. It's so hard.
Okay. So my go to high impact, high super, what do you want to call it, gameplay is not any of that actually. It's
Tetris.
okay. So the best gameplay of all time, in my opinion, at least for the moment as is Modern Warfare 2019 Search and Destroy. Do you know what Search and Destroy is by any chance?
Nope. No idea.
Okay, so CS:GO, you had to go plant a bomb, you had one life only, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically Call of Duty's version of that, but with Call of Duty's engine.
Hmm.
It's been in every single Call of Duty since I think like Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, like MW or Call of Duty 4, blah blah blah.
Uh huh.
It's quite literally the apex of all like FPS, technically tactical shooters because well, you have one life only, you have to go plant the bomb, blah blah blah. But you get the fastest impact of like Call of Duty itself. So like every moment counts. It's the time to kill is not instant, but it's pretty darn fast. It's nothing to it's not bullet spongy as Apex. It's not like instant kill as CS:GO or anything like that. But it's like that sweet spot, like the Goldilocks spot that just feels amazing. And Modern Warfare 2019 is the perfect mix of slow but fast impact play. Because like you can obviously you can camp and be one of those dicks and all that stuff, but I personally am a run gunner. I use SMGs. I use Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a perk where you can run silently. It's pretty busted, but if you're a running gunner, you're kind of always on edge. So I think I get like at least 20 kills per match sometimes.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just really, really damn fun.
It's also probably just like a difference in like I said, a difference in play styles. Like I'm never like top frag. Like, I'm never like front frag or anything like that. I always like tend towards playing like ops and stuff like that. So like I always end towards that. But if I want tactical like but fast paced gameplay, have you heard of Squad?
Hmm.
Okay, so I don't play this game.
Squad.
Yeah, so I don't play the game because my computer physically can't run it. But I've watched it a few times, and it's really interesting. So it's like a tactical shooter, but it's very like
I've seen this.
yeah, it's like the really realistic scenarios. So like usually it's like big teams, so you're in like a squad, like and it'll be like 50 versus 50 and stuff like that, and everyone's like subcategorized into different squads, and there's like different divisions. So like there's people like there's like the heli team, there's the medic team, there's there's like a bunch, basically just like pretty much everything that you can think of in like a regular warfare scenario, and you basically have to play out like capture sequences and stuff like that. And like it looks like so much fun for that because it's like you're actually executing like across like 50 people a full scale like invasion of a city. And it's so cool to watch.
Well, to counter to that, instead of being like Arma but fun, like as Sam said it, I personally think okay. So as I said with Search and Destroy, it's one of the best game modes of all time. Well, this is one game. It's basically Rainbow Six Siege if it wasn't trash as it is now. Basically, it's like you can rappel off walls. You'd go find a what's it called, a hostage. It's good to go get mounts or defuse a bomb or blah blah blah. It's basically Search and Destroy or Siege, but it's actually tactical. Like one shot can kill someone, and like you use night vision. You can shut off lights from outside. You can make it so like it's like an actual real world hostage situation inside like a building of sorts.
That's
and
pretty
you
cool.
can like use a map that everybody can see, and you can draw on it mid match, and like give coordinates and give like commands and all that stuff. But if anything, if you want a good tactical FPS game that's like 5v5, 66, since if not anyway, you can just gear up 50 people to be on the team, obviously. But if you want something like that, it's 0 hour. I'm pretty sure it's very easy to run in every game. It's early access. It's on PC. It's $12. So
Let me
if
look
it
it up.
doesn't work, You can just try it out.
0 hour. Never heard of it, but that sounds good.
It's really cool. It's I'm pretty sure it's 5v5 actually, but
Hmm.
it's one of the best tactical shooters I've seen in the past like year.
I'll have to look
So
at that. That sounds
it,
interesting.
it's very good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah, I know
First
that's what we're here for. The big discussions.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to real life for a second with a take from K-Jam. Taking a shower before bed is better than taking one after you wake up.
I have to agree, but the thing is, I do both sometimes.
I do both too, water bill permitting. But
Mm.
I kind of agree with that too, because like I don't know, it's hard because like when you shower at night, you're like washing away the grime of the day, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go sleeping all dirty and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'm just so tired at night that I'm just like I don't want to shower because I'm just tired, so I'll just like collapse sleep, and then when I wake up, it's like that morning shower feels so good.
It feels like you're being rebirthed again.
Yeah, because that feels better, like that feeling.
Hmm.
But does it outweigh having to go to sleep while you feel dirty? Is the thing.
Is it like that? To call it. I used to have this stupid idea of like, oh yeah, I will wear a jacket all day in the hot sun, so whenever I take off at the end of the day, it'll feel really cold and refreshing. Yeah, no, that's stupid. It's called heat stroke.
Yeah, that is heat stroke. I did do that. That was just all right. California culture education time. So, because California is near the coast, we have like very like temperate climates, right? So like even in the summer, it's usually like mid 80s, like high 80s, like sometimes at the highest it'll get like low 90s, like at least in the valleys and stuff like that where I lived. So like the climate is very temperate. So it becomes very common because like hoodies look cool, right? That
Hmm.
everyone will just wear hoodies permanently. Like I cannot describe to you how many people wore the same hoodie every day for an entire school year. I was one of those people. Like it was just a common thing. Like and I noticed that when I came here because it was like fall and it was like 82 and I was wearing a jacket and everyone was looking at me weird and I was like, is this not normal? Because like it makes sense here why you don't do it because like there's tons of humidity, it gets way hotter, but like yeah, obviously jackets are just like California attire. Like I literally have like 15 jackets just because I wear jackets more than I wear shirts when I'm at home.
Same. I have like a good like 8 hoodies and like two raincoats. I think like an extra like 3 regular jackets that you wear, like a windbreaker and all that stuff. They're just comfy. They're
Yeah.
just like they're stylish too. You can rewear them sometimes. It's
Yeah.
just it's like peak clothing option.
Exactly. That like I'm a big California hater, but the one nice thing is that the climate enables me to wear jackets the entire time. Like I know people that I went to like a private school, right? So we had like uniforms and stuff. I know people that never wore a uniform for one day in their life because they wore jackets the entire time and just didn't wear a uniform because they don't ask questions. Like it's just a normal thing. Jackets slap. Anyway, what was the question?
What was the structure actually?
Shower before bed better than taking one after you wake up.
Oh,
How did we
yeah,
get here? I don't
no.
remember.
But yeah, showering before bed definitely better. It's
Yeah.
the better choice. Anybody
got-
says no is a idiot.
Well, because
Because-
yeah, you don't want to sleep dirty, but like same time that morning shower, just do both forehead.
Yeah, do
Easy.
both.
That's what I do when I have to work because like I have work at like 7:30, and I'm a college student, so waking up early enough to get to work at 7:30 is like pain. But if you shower in the morning, then the pain is less because it wakes up your brain. You're relaxed. You start off the day good. Wash away like the sleep of the night. Wakes you up a little, you know.
Plus, the feel of the water on your body just feels like it's godly.
Yeah. I wish that I didn't have to pay for water, so I could just take like, I'm that guy who would take 45-minute, hour-long showers, like if I could, Just
I'm living quite comfortably because I have a fixed water bill.
oh, that's so nice. Okay, you're right. I do have to wake up earlier for it. But the thing is, the half hour of sleep that I miss does not matter. Like, it doesn't matter if I wake up at 5:30 or 6. Like, I'm still going to feel the exact same tiredness. But
I have to agree.
but if I shower, then by the time it hits 6, like, I'll feel so much more awake and so much more ready for the day than if I just, like, took the extra half hour of sleep.
Hmm.
It's just so much more worth.
It's like a magic. It's basically real life magic.
Yeah.
I don't get why people who wouldn't want to do that.
That's also why when I moved here, I was very sad. I had not experienced soft water before I came here.
I still don't understand what that means.
Soft water? Okay, so soft water is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a tactile thing. It's like, you know how it makes, like, after you like shower or something, how it like kind of feels slimy?
Mm. Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, normally water doesn't do that. That's
I mean,
unique to soft water places, which apparently Seastat is one.
I don't notice it too much personally because I'm just I don't know, I guess I just don't notice it much, but I have felt it once or twice.
Yeah.
And also, what is it called? Hanzuki.
That's cool. That's
Uh,
Coda.
Coda. Well, the thing is, if you feel cold by the end of it, that's good. That
Yeah.
means you're awake.
No, wait. All right. So the secret strat for feeling good is you take a hot shower, right? You relax, you unwind. Last 30 seconds, cold water. It wakes you up, and like it wakes your brain up, so it like shocks you awake. And like it's hard to do it because it feels very cold, but by the time you're finished with it, your brain will thank you for it. It feels so good.
I still don't do that. I do hot showers 24/7.
It takes a lot of willpower. I still don't do it like half the time, but like when I do have the willpower, like, and I get through that initial pain, it feels it's so nice.
It's something.
It's something.
Yeah, it's
I love water. Speaking of water,
Water's
water break.
water is nice. Oh yeah, I've been drinking some good old fashioned Dr Pepper, and a Yeti bottle or Yeti can, what are you gonna call it?
Yeah, I've had like 4 LaCroix today. I forgot to put my LaCroix take on here because I did not do takes while I was sick. I
Okay.
probably should. I'm just gonna bring that up now.
May I
Okay.
give my take on it real quick?
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So LaCroix,
Yep.
it is like, okay. So imagine this: you're in the Sahara Desert.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're talking to someone on the walkie-talkie.
All right.
Uh, they mention the word fruit to you inside the Sahara Desert to try to refresh you. That's what LaCroix is.
Okay, yeah, I agree. One of my friends accurately described it as someone standing in the room next door screaming the name of the fruit that's on the can.
Or like it's like the essence of a fruit, but it's like farted.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's still great.
I don't agree.
Okay, so do you like sparkling waters in general?
Not at all.
Okay.
I hate Topo Chico.
Okay, because sparkling waters in itself is like a very taste-based thing. Like some
Is
people just don't
quite
like
dumb.
sparkling waters, but so I'm not going to try to defend sparkling waters because like in general because that's like a very difficult thing to do because some people just don't like sparkling water. But I'm going to defend LaCroix because LaCroix gets so much unneeded hate for no reason. So first off, what other sparkling water has an entire song dedicated to it? If you don't know it, it's called LaCroix Boy. Look it up. That song, fire.
In my opinion, LaCroix just sometimes I taste LaCroix where he just tastes actually rotten.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. LaCroix tastes its best after the 3rd can. The first can tastes like bad, like just straight up bad. The 2nd can is bearable. The 3rd can is heaven. It's an acquired taste. Because at first I didn't like LaCroix. One of my friends forced me to have a can at like robotics, and I was like, "This is like mid. Like I don't know why you like this." And he's like, "No, try another." And I was like, "Well, there's no other drinks." So I was like, "Okay." And then like a week later, I had another one, and I was like, "Wait, this is like actually pretty good." And now I go through 2 cases every 2 weeks.
It's insanity.
Yeah, this is my 4th can today.
I much prefer a Dr Pepper, Diet Dr Pepper, or like Dr Pepper with zero as
Okay,
well.
but sodas are actual poison.
But the thing is, if you seen in Sakurai, he drinks them 24/7 because he hasn't does like the taste of water.
Yeah, but that's diet sodas are not a water replacement for water.
I mean, technically they can be if there's 0 calorie or diet. Well, 0 calorie, yeah.
No, that's not how water works.
Oh yeah, but that's how Sakurai lives.
Have you heard? Yeah, he's not like Abby, exactly. He's not known for being like the healthiest guy considering he literally made the entirety of Melee in like 8 months. Like the man's work schedule is not healthy. Like you should not look at him as like your role model for like health.
He still looks the same age as he did 20 years ago.
Yeah, because he doesn't get nutrients. He's literally like a plant trying to photosynthesize at this point. Like unironically. Yes, and that, yeah.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. I just always prefer the taste of like I need the taste of something if it's not water. Sometimes every once in a while, and it can't just be different tasting water. It has to be like, oh yeah, Dr Pepper. Or it has to be like Pepsi or something.
Okay, have you tried
Well,
Mio? Like the water like drop things?
it's okay.
Okay, yeah, because I had some of my aunts one time, and like it was actually pretty good. I never bought any, but like it was pretty good when I had it.
I used to drink that a couple times. I just don't. I need okay. If you can give me something that tastes like cola but has the qualities of water, I will quit soda every day. Like I will quit soda forever. You can give me the taste of cola. I don't want fruit. I don't want anything else. I want the taste of cola.
I'm sure that they will eventually figure out how to make a cola flavored LaCroix.
I don't think I would want that.
You literally just said it's literally just water.
But the thing, no. But the thing is, you can get like Kool-Aid, and that's basically like different for water, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's technically what water mixed with like a sugar packet or whatever you want to call it. But if you want something like soda, you can't just do that. You can't just pour water in, or like what shit.
Well, isn't cola just like modified sugar?
Yeah, basically. But if you can
Like
do that
sandwich
with
root beer.
water, if you do it with water in the same vein as like Kool-Aid, I would drink that.
I mean, I guess. I mean, like sodas in general are just like a huge bait in order to get like people addicted to them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm addicted to say the least. But the thing is, I don't care.
Okay. Like I'm not as good. I'll drink a Coke once in a while every time that I feel like poisoning myself, which is more often than you'd think. But cola is like my. This is not good, but I'm gonna have it anyway. Drink.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and also just for the people out there who don't understand this, when it says it has 0 sugar, that doesn't mean it's good for you. Large amounts of that stuff is also bad for you. It doesn't matter. The stuff they're replacing the sugar with is probably worse for you in larger quantities.
Give into the temptations, Connery.
Just get things with natural sugar. At least like it's very usually with like natural stuff, it's very hard to like overdo it on that stuff unless you like go ham. It's usually when you get into like the artificial stuff that like it gets dangerous. Like there's a reason it's much easier to overdose on like Monster and Red Bull than it is on like black coffee.
I'd never. Okay, so I don't get Bang. I don't get the craze of the Bang personally.
I don't get the craze either. I mean, I avoid energy drinks. I have had one because I needed it. I had a Monster. It was not bad, but like it is not something that I would recommend unless like you absolutely need it once in a while. Like I could definitely tell how like I hear the stories about people overdosing on caffeine from that stuff, or how people get reliant on it. Like I'm already like semi-reliant on like just a single cup of coffee in the morning. Like I can't imagine the people who are like, yeah, I have like 2 bangs in the morning every time I wake up, and I'm just like,
that's what's it called? My friend's making a mission for himself to drink every single Bang there is. I just don't get it.
That sounds like he's going to develop a caffeine addiction.
I mean, I already have with soda, but that sounds like a more dangerous level of caffeine addiction because
Yeah. Well,
you can get. Did you know that you can actually get different varying levels of quantity of caffeine in your Bang, 180 or 240 milligrams?
I believe it. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a thing. Also,
It
I might
is.
as well point out that the energy drink that I had, the Monster, I didn't know this going in, but apparently it was 260 milligrams of caffeine, which would explain a lot. But wait, what is this that I'll be linked? That actually is interesting.
If
Like
you're gonna drink
15
anything like
liters of
that,
water.
if you can drink any type of energy drink, any type of like sugary drink, drink G Fuel cans.
How are those? I always see the ads on like Twitch and YouTube and stuff. Never tried it.
They're great actually. I really like
Really?
the what's it called? I really like the Sonic Peach Rings one. I like the Wumpa fruit, which is basically just mango fruit, but like Crash Bandicoot.
Hmm. Maybe I'll have to try it.
Have you tried the PewDiePie one?
The what?
The PewDiePie G Fuel
I haven't had G
can?
Fuel before.
Oh, you haven't had G Fuel before? Well,
No, that's what I'm
maybe
asking.
damn good.
Might have to
You
try
should.
it.
It's called. I get every time I go to like Sam's Club. There's like an 18 pack of just the cans they got.
I don't have
And
a
it comes.
Sam's Club membership because that's not. I'm from California. We don't have Sam's Club.
Oh, you should.
We have more than 5 Costco's, so we just go to that.
Mm. Well, Sam's Club has G Fuel cans, so if you ever want to try some of that, comes in a 3 variety pack. You can get like things like Fazeberry or some shit. Like, oh, let me look at it actually real quick.
Yeah. In Coda, yes, Costco is better than Sam's Club. I've never been to Sam's Club, but I can tell you Costco is better than Sam's Club.
Okay, so you can get what me and my brother usually do. It's because we're gamers. We get the Phase G Fuel cans. We get the Fazeberry cans. The Sour Chug Rug. The M-Fam is quite disgusting how gamers are and how they name stuff, but they're quite delicious.
Do they actually have a Logic flavored one?
Yes, they do.
That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. They
That's
also
really
had
funny.
chili dog. At one time, they had chili dog flavor.
Really?
Yeah, it's because of Sonic. Sonic and his chili dogs. Not the actual Sonic brand, but the Sonic character.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just more confused by these flavors. I just wish they told me what they were. Like when I hear something's flavored like Tetris Blast, I don't know what that means. Like,
What's it called? There's do you know what GG is?
you're gonna have to be more specific. There's a lot of things that are under the initials GG.
Oh, GG Sups.
No.
It's a gamer supplement where it's basically just another G Fuel type thing.
I might have heard
Wonder
an
if
ad
they-
for that, like, but I probably tuned it out.
They are actually I'm pretty sure Trash Chase is sponsored by them.
That's probably where I heard from it then.
Well, they have a flavor called Waifu Berry, or Waifu something. Hold on, let me look it up. Actually, it is Gamer Subs. Oh, there's also a Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000.
Ooh, G Fuel French vanilla iced coffee. I'd drink that.
It's Waifu Candy. That's what it's called. Yeah, Waifu Candy.
Huh.
But yeah, another flavor of them is like I said, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't. I'm pretty sure it's just the meme, but I'm pretty sure actually it's another flavor. I don't know what it's actually tasted like, but that is the name of it.
Huh. That's certainly interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's a funny picture for it too. It's a man crying eating avocados.
Never would have thought.
Yeah.
Gamers are weird. Gamers are, gamers are the real oppressed people. Like
They're
rise up,
fucking rude.
rise up, gamers.
Please no, not no. Oh. I'm a gamer, but not that type of gamer.
Okay. All right. We probably should bring up
Move
some
on to
stuff
the
for
next
the
one.
namesake of our club.
Oh,
Like
God.
I hate to do it, but we have to do it. So let's do one that you and I are both going to disagree with. Slice of Life is Boring by Chad. Thank you for that submission, Chad. You're wrong. Thank you for submitting. You're wrong.
Why would I disagree with that? I also think it's wrong.
No, I'm saying you disagree with the take.
Oh yeah, I disagree with their take entirely.
Yeah,
Slice of
yeah,
Life is-
exactly.
Slice of life. Okay, this goes along with one of my other things. Anime doesn't need to be complex to be good. Generic stuff, aka slice of life, it could be romance, blah blah blah. It could be more fun than some of the greats even.
The same way. This actually answers like several hot takes. It's the same way that like generic harem shows and generic shonen shows, they don't have to be great. They can just be good, And that's enough because that's what people are looking for. Not every show can be the greatest. You just want to make something enjoyable and fun.
It's like the fast food of the anime. It's of the anime world.
Exactly. And Rent a Girlfriend is the McDonald's of the anime world.
Oh boy, I've actually watched that. I know I should though. I've heard many things, good and bad. I think it sounds like a fun show.
I read the manga. I dropped it after 99 chapters.
Why'd you drop it?
After they do the same gag like every 3 chapters, for 99 chapters, it gets really boring, you know? The same reason why, I don't know if Xander's still here, the same reason why he dropped Komi-san, because like from chapters 100 to 200 there was 0 progress. Same thing with Rent a Girlfriend, except that's the premise of Rent a Girlfriend.
Well, I also dropped Komi-san for that reason. Same thing in Naruto.
Okay, you need to pick up Komi-san again. Big progress. Big progress. The last 20 chapters have been primo fluff. And primo development. Actually, that's 30.
Can I do the thing where I skip some chapters?
Yeah. I would advise... Alright, do you like fluff?
I like fluff, but like, if it's excess amounts of fluff, that's just like a sugar crash.
Okay. I'll find out where the development starts. I'll give you the link. But
okay.
I'm going to have to ask you, once you're finished, if you have time, just go read through the fluff again. Because even though it's like technically meaningless fluff, it does a really good job of like characterization. Yeah, like minor characters. Like, this is not a spoiler, but the school year ended and they just started a new school year. And so they introduced a bunch of new characters, but some of them had character development during like the fluff parts. So I remember that I'm like, oh, we have these people now. And then now I'm excited because I know I'm going to get a bunch of fluff chapters. I don't care. I'm going to get to learn about all these new people. And it's going to be fun.
To be honest, I just want more like Gyru type manga where it's like, if you watch,
you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat for Komi-san. Oh.
I know the character. I've seen the character.
Yeah, Rimiko Manbagi. Oh.
Yes.
Top tier.
The thing is, my favorite manga at the moment that's like romance, blah blah blah, slice of life, you want to call it, is Anjo-san. Have you seen that?
Really? Anjo-san. I remember when who is the guy? It's fine. Who is the guy? Actually, I probably shouldn't talk about that. But I remember when it was being picked up and translated, unofficially, of course, which we don't support piracy in any way. Support the creators. But I remember when it was first gaining traction around here, and I saw like some of the stuff for it. It looked interesting. I never got into it, but it looked interesting.
Well, you know how it, what's that one that we both bonded over the other day?
There was a few of those. Which one?
It's the one where it's like, the prefecture. Shit.
There's a lot of those. Check my list. I have a collection.
I have a dumb high school prefect.
Yeah. All right. Did you read the latest chapter?
I have not. Okay, so the thing is, I would compare that to Anjo-san as it is right now.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I'm putting on my to read list then. That like, manga is like top 5 for me this year.
Yes, I would put that on par with that manga.
Damn. Okay. All right. I'm gonna add that to my reading list real quick.
What's it called? It's we getting some traction right now, and it's been gaining an extra step every single chapter. It's like a slow uphill climb of like, oh yeah, it's actually moving every single chapter. It's so fucking nice. It's just really fucking nice.
I'll have to look into it then.
I'm really excited to see what they go with it, and as long as it's not like what's it called, the Hokkaido one where it's like,
okay, yeah. Why did that one get picked up by Manga Plus? Of all the ones out there, that was literally the worst of all the major 4. I don't understand.
Don't know either. I wanted to enjoy that one, but the way it just started, it became the standard.
Very repetitive.
Harem repetitive. It could have been so much more.
Yeah.
I was just disappointed with it.
It's not like the good redoing a trope.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was. Imagine that could have been like Dumb Prefect, or that could have been Andro-san. Like, unfortunate. But
we need more Gyaru girls, or like, if I'm being completely honest, I have a type. We need more emo scene girls. I don't know.
All right, you're gonna love where I'm gonna leave you off on Komi-san. You're gonna love the progression arc.
My favorite
Uh,
character in Danganronpa is shit. Hold on.
well, you find that Sam.
Miyoda.
Uh,
What's up?
I don't remember Danganronpa.
Ibuki Miyoda. Ibuki Miyoda is the best character in Danganronpa. Best game also Danganronpa 2.
I still need to
Have to
play
say
it.
that.
I can never play virtual novels. The only one I got through was DDLC, and that's because it was like a 10-hour game. I think it was actually less than that, but
Well, Ibuki Miyoda is like quite literally the scene girl of anime. It's pink, blue hair with black and spikies. And
oh, I think I've seen her
everything.
before.
She's wearing like stockings and like the little hand dingies we don't call it.
I've probably seen her somewhere before.
She's like peak scene girl, 2008. What do you call it?
Yeah, I
It's
get you. I get you.
It does not hold up over time for some people. To me, I just miss it.
Hmm. I'll have to look into it again. I mean, I probably will never finish it, but maybe watch a playthrough or something. I don't know. And also, Sam, you're incorrect. Nagatoro is bad. Maybe we're going into hot take territory again, but
Oh boy.
I read Nagatoro. I read like 80 chapters of Nagatoro because I really wanted to like it because I understand how the genre works, and I know that over time, the characters are supposed to get better as they learn more. The problem is the MC is unrecoverable, like period. Like he's the I hate using this word, but he's the definition of a beta. Like unironically, he has like the personality of wet cardboard. There is zero reason for anyone to interact with this child. And the only people to do it are literally people that are like hardcore bullying him. And then for some reason, it just magically becomes okay. There is zero reason. And it just, I just can't. I hate that manga.
Have you read like the what's it called? The prequel to that, technically like the pilot to Nagatoro?
Possibly? Pilot? I might have. I don't remember.
The original pilot to Nagatoro was cruel. Like
the chapter 0, right?
Yeah, chapter 0.
Oh yeah, that was honestly, I read chapter 0 after I got into it a little. It almost made me drop the manga because I was just like it was just like, there's no way that you can like physically. There is a way to go from like this to like at the very least being friends. There is a way, but it's not going to be just being like, yeah, they just kept doing their thing, and then he just eventually got used to it, and they became friends. And it's like
that's Stockholm Syndrome.
First off, it's called Stockholm Syndrome, and second off, that's not how Stockholm Syndrome works. like, I can't with that manga. Like, I can understand like the Rent-A-Girlfriends and stuff. I cannot do it with that manga. The one thing I will vehemently go against. I hate that one.
It's I don't get it personally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sam.
Yeah, sorry, Sam, but your manga's trash.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to our next one. Okay, this is a hot take. This is from Blake. This one, a lot of people are going to get triggered from this one. Ghibli overall has boring and unenjoyable movies. Most people are held up on the nostalgia of them.
I disagree.
Would you like to go first?
I think you can take it ahead on this one.
All right, cool. So, I am actually anecdotal evidence because the only Ghibli movie I watched as a child was Ponyo, which still a good movie, but it's not even close to my favorite Ghibli movie at all. And it was the only one I watched as a child. And the second Ghibli movie that I watched, I'm pretty sure was Howl's Moving Castle in 10th grade. So I don't have like that quote unquote nostalgia factor in watching them. I still like heavily enjoyed the movie because the art direction in general, still, it's not like nostalgia for the movie, but it's designed to like be nostalgia. Like between the music, like the story, the art, it's all designed to bring that feeling. And like the stories are really good. Princess Mononoke, we watched that like a while ago. Such a good movie. I love that movie. Howl's Moving Castle was great. Spirited Away was great. Like most of the Ghibli movies are like, they're good stories, amazing art, and like just overall like presentable to everyone, no matter how old you are, which is why so many people pick up on the nostalgia factor, because you can watch them again later and appreciate them with what you've found since, and still relate to like that childlike feeling of watching like animated movies for the first time.
Also, whoever says what's it called? Fear of the Fireflies is not good and is generic.
Did somebody say that?
Oh, technically, didn't Blake say like generic trash or whatever?
Yeah, he did. Okay, I thought you meant someone's pointed out Grave of the Fireflies specifically, and I was going to say, hold on, how did I not see that? I was
Like,
like, I'd grab that.
Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies is like quite the exact opposite of that statement. Grave of the Fireflies is just something else. It's its own. It's. I don't know how that's a Ghibli movie, all the things, but I accept it because it's entirely different from most of the stuff they've done. Besides maybe like Mononoke or like.
Even Mononoke is like very different.
Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies, Mononoke. I wish they did more stuff like that lately. They haven't, but.
Well, they haven't done much recently at all. So
Yeah, that's true. They get in the big bucks just from like porting it to the USA and all that stuff.
yeah. Well, and Miyazono is like Miyazaki is like so old now. Like, I'm sure he can't sustain the lifestyle of like doing all that over again.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
That like that lifestyle. I don't know how those people do it.
The Miyazaki's and Sakurai's of the world.
Yeah, well, just like being in any like entertainment related industry in Japan, I guess. Like,
That's true.
I cannot understand how they're able to like put up with that.
Feel bad for the people in Japan, especially in the entertainment industry.
Yep. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube. Go watch them.
Not even just in the entertainment industry, as like idol industry as well.
Literally everything. Literally everything entertainment related. Like, it's just
it's bad.
It's really bad. On a better topic, I'm gonna go to one of your takes here. Dub. All right, so we're gonna start I saved this for this one. So dubs versus subs. You said dub is good and should be preferred. Tell me why you're wrong, because you are wrong. But at least give me your argument first.
Okay, so coming from a man okay, so my brain, it does not like focusing on one thing and one thing only. I need to do something else while also doing something at the same time. I've watched most of my animes. I've watched most of my the greats. I've also watched blah blah blah. Most of the time dubbed. Do you know why? Because I need to play something. I need to do homework at something at the same time. I need something that I have that ADHD brain, so I need something to take my mind off whatever I'm doing at the moment while also watching.
Okay, I agree. However, my personal opinion is that's because I'm the same way. Like, I can't. It's very hard for me to sit down and watch something just because like I can't be still really. But that's just why I don't watch really much TV in general. And when I do feel like watching TV, then I watch it because I'm trying to take in the experience. So like right now, I'm like, my infamous line at this point is that anime is cringe, right? Because it is. But currently, the only show I've watched this year, or that I've at least tried to watch, is March Comes Like a Lion. Currently on episode 14. I watch it whenever like I'm feeling like I'm like in the mood to watch it, and when I am in the mood to watch it, I'll sit down, turn on the subs, and then turn my brain off and just immerse myself in the animation and just like the experience. And when you do that, I feel like subs generally give you like the better full experience, because most of the time they're in tune with like the directors, the producers, like all the people who are in charge of the production to create a better final product. Whereas like when you dub it over in America, like you rarely ever have contact with the people who actually created it, be it like the creator of the manga it's based on or the people who made the show. 90% of the time they just get handed off it with this like a script and get told to like dub over it.
Well, to say March Comes in the Like 9. I watched both subbed and dubbed. I prefer the dub.
Well, there's certain shows like FMAB, like I understand, like the dub. I've watched the dub, really good. Like they did a really good job, but that's not the norm. Is the thing. It was a very big exception to the rule, because you could tell the passion that like they put into it. Like they were really trying to pick up on the meaning, and that's not like to go after any like people who make dubs in the US. Like it's just a victim of the circumstances. It's very difficult to be able to create something that has like the full intention of like the hundreds of people who went into making the show if you're not clued into the process. Because when the voice actors are usually pretty clued into the process of like the making of the show, and like as it's being made, they can talk to like the producers, the writers, the authors, all that stuff. But you just don't have that when you're dubbing over stuff. You're just going off what you think instead of what the 150 people who are working on the project thought.
Well, to counter to that and all that stuff, um, I think coming from a fan of anime who just enjoys reading most of the stuff, I like playing visual novels, I like reading manga, blah blah blah. I personally have like I always think of it in English from my own point of view because who actually thinks in Japanese other than people who are Japanese or are studying the language and just trying to practice. So whenever I do enjoy anything anime related or like manga related, and just basically the style of anime, I always think in English. It's just like a natural. Whenever I hear something in English for the first time, or whenever I see a show in English for the first time, I just to me it becomes like, oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to sound, even if it doesn't sound as good or as quote unquote good as the subs. I think it just sounds natural, obviously, because it's your own natural language.
Okay, I agree about the sound. Like, because that's like a subjective thing. Like, I remember I was really big into reading back in elementary school, and I was really big into the inherited cycle. Like, Aragon was my favorite book. And when I saw the movie, my illusions were shattered because, first off, bad movie, don't watch it. Second off, uh, everything was just so different than how I imagined it in my head, and I was kind of like heartbroken. But like, I feel like the voices, it's understandable because like you're always gonna have that because the way the author pictured it is not gonna be the way you pictured it. But the emotions that are conveyed, like I guess this ties into another thing of mine. I feel like the voice is like one of humanity's greatest gifts in terms of that it's not only just for speaking but for communicating, which is why like we're so drawn to like vocal music because especially in like other languages and stuff, like why people in America can enjoy K-pop and not know like what they're saying, because even when you don't understand what the words mean, they're still conveying like the emotions of it through. And I feel like that's why it's so important to be attuned in the process and why I value subs more, because when they're so attuned in the process and they understand fully like the point, like exactly what their character is feeling at that point, they're able to bring out the more emotion. And at that point, I don't care what language it's in because I'm feeling it more than I'm seeing it. And at that point, I can understand the words from the text or hearing it just as well. So it's really just the fact that I can feel it.
By the way, for anybody, okay, this is the thing. Aside from all that with the dub stuff, I just want to say this, add this one more thing. So, anybody who says that there's not that many like prolific dubs nowadays, think of stuff like
Great
think
Pretender.
of just like Great Pretender. Let's say like B Stars. Let's say like uh, what's it called? The new Lupin movie. I really like that one a lot. Anything to do with like the big three, like Naruto, One Piece, and now technically, what's the new? What's that orange haired dude's name? So Sword Bleach. Yeah, the new Bleach show. What do you want to call it? It just makes sense to do the English for those. It just I don't know. There's a certain style of voice that comes whenever you get. I'll admit that it shouldn't always be preferred, but if the dub is good enough, it should. As in, like, B Stars is much more. If you listen to B Stars in Japanese, I don't know what you're doing. Jonah Scott is a handsome man who has a handsome voice. If you don't like his voice, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you don't listen to, like, I don't know. If you don't listen to Dragon Ball in, like, English, what is wrong with you? Like, high pitched voice Goku doesn't make sense.
I guess it's also based on like demographics, because like like generally, just like the way languages work, and like stuff like that. The average person in Japan is probably gonna feel like they're more represented by the Japanese sound, and the people in the States and like that speak English are probably going to be more preferential towards the English sound, because English tends to be like a lower spoken language than Japanese, which is like more higher spoken in like pitch.
Well, there are also what's it called, objections to that as well, as in like Cowboy Bebop. I'm pretty sure the creator of Cowboy Bebop actually prefers the English dub over the English or the sub.
But yeah, because the characters in the show, like even if they are quote unquote Japanese, the whole point is that it's supposed to be like a Western, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
whole idea behind it. So that's probably why.
There's only one thing I really prefer most of all at the sub is JoJo's. I think JoJo's is like the perfect sub of all time.
Yeah, well, JoJo's is just like it's very hard to beat in terms of
Yeah.
like the show itself.
I
Same
think
with
the dub.
what's it
I think
called?
the dub did its best to try to replicate that. I did enjoy the dubbed as well, but this is not matching the original sub.
Yeah. Same with Samurai Champloo. I think that
Hell yeah.
that show subbed. Oh, like I've heard the dub. It's like it's good, but like the show was meant to be subbed. Same way that Cowboy Bebop was meant to be dubbed.
I think Samurai Champloo is. I think the dub is actually better, but
Well, is that more of a personal thing, or do you think objectively the dub is better?
I think the dub is objectively better.
But like contextually, it makes more sense for it to be in Japanese, considering it's literally following like Japanese samurai in the Edo period. I think it's Edo period.
Well, the
I don't
thing
know
is
the actual
also
period.
it just with the soundtrack, with how they react inside, it just feels much more like Americans trying to visualize what Japanese is in like the Western point of view. But that just might be me.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's definitely like an iffy one because the whole point was like mixing traditional Japanese culture with modern Western culture. So
Hmm.
yeah, I guess stuff. It's always gonna be hard. We can agree to disagree. How about that?
I mean, that is the biggest war of all anime fans. So that's
Yeah,
kind of how it's gonna be for
yeah.
for eons.
We won't resolve it in one podcast episode.
Nope.
All right. My favorite thing. Did you see the meme when Squid Game started getting popular?
Face.
That the meme that Western fans were finally having to go through the sub versus dub war 20 years after the anime fandom did.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
so funny. I have not laughed that hard in a while.
No,
Oh, that was sick.
it's. I mean, they did the same thing with the what's that one horror movie? Uh,
Oh, Parasite?
Parasite. Yes.
Well-
That was like the prequel to what it is now.
Well, there wasn't a big argument over it, though, because it wasn't dubbed at the time. Like, the dub came later.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Because when it won, like, when it was getting popular and it was, like, starting to get those awards, it was only subbed. And even when it like, got all of its awards and stuff, it was still only subbed.
Okay, coming from someone who had to watch it dubbed originally. Okay, for me, I cannot watch live action shows dubbed. I just don't get it unless it's like old, crappy Japanese like fighting movies. Like
Big agree. Big
Bruce Lee.
agree.
I just don't get it. It doesn't. The voice acting is like almost there, but it just doesn't hit the same nearly. As
You
know.
can't match lip flaps like you do
That-
like you do in
with-
animation.
It's. I commend them for trying, but
Yeah.
it does not hit the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Everything that's live action should be watched in its language of creation.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay, so we'll do one more in this category, and then we'll swap it up a little bit. All right, you have a choice here. Okay, I'll give you an option between two topics. So we have Attack on Titan,
Mm,
or we have Your Lie in April.
well, do you want to be honest with you?
Yeah. What?
I have. I don't remember what happens in Your Ally in April, aside from like the like.
Okay, that's a crime, but then we'll go with the Attack on Titan one then.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a combination question. We're going to start with the less controversial side.
Okay.
So this is from Sky.
Sky.
Attack on Titan is a Meat Gundam rebrand mecha anime and got less original as it went on.
I have to agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think we're all supporters on this side. If there's any debaters, fight me. But
It.
if we look at the mecha formula, Man Week man faces off against strong enemy, gets almost defeated,
Dies.
sometimes dies, then comes back bigger, better, with magical polymorph suit that makes him strong in the same way that his enemies are strong. Like, usually it's like they're strong like robots and then like strong like creatures, and then they make the robots that like mimic their abilities or whatever in order to be able to fight on equal ground with them. Attack on Titan is doing the same thing, except instead of it being robots getting the power of their enemies, it's just that you're becoming the same thing as one of the enemies, so you can fight on even ground.
It's quite okay. If it wasn't for like the high action impact, blah blah blah, it would never be as like popular as it is.
Agreed. I mean, the first season is like, if you watch only the first season, it's only good because, like, of the animation. It's the only reason
Yes.
season one's good.
And,
However,
like the hype moments and all that stuff.
yeah, and season two still has some of that. But like, honestly, I read it, so I don't know like the seasons in the show and stuff. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
arc with the military police and Kenny, that is like one of my favorite arcs in all of my that and the return to the basement. Those two arcs, oh, those are
Pretty
some of the
damn
best
cool,
arcs I
yeah.
have read. The drawing of the manga is so good. The story is like insanely captivating. Like, oh, it doesn't even rely on like the adrenaline moments anymore. It's just like, oh, it's so good.
But then they went back to
Okay.
like actually it's it's not that original to say the least. I mean technically
How? All right. I
yes.
probably should ask this. I don't remember if I've asked you this before. How far are you into Attack on Titan? Because I finished it, the manga.
Oh, I know how it ends.
Okay. Have you? Did you read the manga?
Parts of it, yes.
Okay.
I got spoiled every so often because I was in that phase of like, oh yeah, I'm just too lazy to do anything besides like play games.
Okay.
So I just kind of read spoilers and stuff.
How far did you get into it actually like watching / reading it? Because that's important.
Like, well, I know exactly like what happens in every arc and all that stuff.
Okay, but like legitimately, how far did you read into it or watch it?
I finished second season. And I read a couple chapters after that.
Okay. So, I'll get your opinion on this because this is the controversial part. I'm going to be honest. This is about the ending. The end.
I've read the last 10 chapters.
Okay.
I understood what was going on because I read up on like
Spoilers and
summaries
stuff.
all that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in my opinion, just as a precursor, I'm going to preface this by saying I think the ending is good. I think the ending requires you to have read it in its entirety in order for it to be good. I think if you're just looking at it as like, if you're looking at it as an overview, it's a bad ending. Like if you like if you're looking at the spark notes of it, it's a bad ending. But if you look at it as like a piece of work, I think it's a good ending. And with that, the take is Attack on Titan's manga ending was not bad and did not deserve the hate.
Okay, so you know how there's like there was like the epilogue to the epilogue or whatever it had like an extra chapter.
The half chapter. I
Yeah.
don't remember if I read that or not. But yeah, carry on.
I would have been fine if it ended the original way, how it ended, without the extra added chapter on.
Okay. This shouldn't need to be said, but gigantic spoiler warnings if you haven't read or watched Attack on Titan. Mute for like 10 minutes. Thank you. All right, to continue. So what was the so just describe the last chapter. I'll probably remember it. But.
Hold up, let me look it up so I don't actually say something wrong.
Is it 139? Is it chapter 139?
It might have been. It's the final chapter.
I think that was the last chapter. Oh no, there's one more after. Okay, that's what I missed.
Yeah, it's 140 probably. What? Oh yeah, it is. It is 140.
Oh, not 140. 139.5. Sorry.
Yeah, 130. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I did not read that yet. All right, let me read through this real quick.
It ruins it.
All right, talk. Go through this.
Okay, so yeah, did you read the?
I am skimming through it. Just go.
Okay, so you know how like in chapter 139 it's like turns in the bird and like blah blah blah.
Okay, that's a
and
metaphor. He doesn't
yeah,
actually turn into a
yeah,
bird.
yeah. But I just don't get why they had to add in the extra stuff. Like, why did they this entire? I don't know where to start with this. To be quite honest,
Yeah, it's a very there's a lot in one chapter.
the final chapter. It's just that the war, uh, it's a never-ending cycle, right?
Yes.
So everything that they did, everything that Aaron did, everything that everybody else did was kind of did for nothing.
Yeah.
So
Ultimately,
like,
there was no change.
there's no change. Like maybe you felt something, but what are you supposed to gain out of this? What message are you trying to gain out of? Like, I think he was trying. Where his name is the author. He was trying to go for something deep, meaningful. I don't get what he was trying to go for. I
Okay.
just
All right, I can explain. So,
what have you read 139 now or 139.5, right?
yeah. There was only like 3 pages or like 4 pages.
Extra tacked on and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. Uh, I can assume what it means. So I'll just. Oh, okay. All right. I see. All right. All right. I got it. I. I'm not gonna have an opinion on this because it took me a few times for me to get an opinion on the last chapter before I read this. So I'll just say this about 139. But so the entire time, the theory was that the whole story of Attack on Titan is based on the idea that it's basically an anti-war story, in that like the whole thing of like humans are doomed to repeat our mistakes, because which is like the whole thing is like what we learn about history because we want to learn about the mistakes of our predecessors, right? And like try to avoid them. But the tragic irony of humanity is that we always manage to repeat our predecessors' mistakes in some way, shape, or form. Like we've been going on like wars and crusades, and like we literally the entirety of humanity was in a war from like about conquering each other from like pretty much creation until like what 100 years ago. Like the last time like a place was conquered was like World War II. It was like the last time like major conquering stuff happened. So like it took us that long to figure out that constantly invading each other and killing off half the population every time we do is probably not a good thing for the collective human race. And the fact that it took us like thousands upon thousands of years to figure that out should be frightening, for the fact that we cannot use critical reasoning enough to figure out that we should not be like killing each other that much. And so the story is supposed to be like these horrible things are happening, right? Like it's horrible that these people are trapped here and that this is what Marley is doing, and that like ultimately both sides are at fault, like maybe not equally, but like everyone's at fault and there's no innocent party. But everything can only end when everyone looks at what's happened before and like the endless cycle and tries to end it. And then the tragic ending is that even when that happens, your generation might think that, your kids might think that, but eventually you'll end up losing it. And at some point, those natural tendencies will take over. And basically the theory is that humans naturally tend towards conquering and destruction and violence. So eventually, when the lessons are not so prevalent, then human nature takes over again and the cycle continues. And that's basically what he was trying to convey.
Okay, so I agree with you on those points. I agree with almost all of that, actually. I just think instead of ending on one chapter 139.5, it should have been like 142 at least.
I don't know.
It should have been.
I kind of like the point 5 though. I mean, it illustrates exactly what happened there. Like you go from the end, right, where it's like
what's it called? Like Paradise Pirate. How to pronounce it? No explanation why it was explained why it was like destroyed.
Well, yeah, because that's the point. I mean, you don't need to know because you've already seen it. Why was it destroyed before? It's the same cycle again.
Eh,
we've already seen this for like 100 chapters.
Bleh.
Like we had, cause when you look at like Marley, like before like the whole Titans are destroying everything thing, and then like Marley and like not Paradis, I forgot what they were called at the time, and the Eldians, before like their empires are at war. It was like both prosperous people, and then like one got scared of the other, and then they started like constantly invading and attacking each other, and then then everything was destroyed. Eventually, like they kept slowly destroying each other, and then there was a massive conflict. Everything was turned to ruin by like a world-ending crisis, and in the end, everything had to be rebuilt again from that, and it keeps repeating infinitely. And that kid at the end finding that tree is the start of the cycle again. He'll build everything up again from nothing, just to have it all come crashing down a few generations later. Like, think about it. What's the longest lasting civilization?
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Like I'm 100% wrong on this because I don't know all my countries. But, like, Britain's lasted for, like, a pretty long while. Even then, they've fractured so many times. Like, the current longest running, like, major governmental power that, like, has stayed in one piece the entire time, I'm pretty sure is us from the Civil War. Like, that was the last time we split, and I'm pretty sure that, like, of the major powers, we were like the longest living ones of that. Because, like, Russia had the whole thing with the Bolshevik Revolution. Britain split I don't know how many times. Like, China is, like, famous for, like, shattering, like, 8 different times throughout the course of history.
Mm-hmm.
Like, empires always come and go, and they always end up in that destructive cycle.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because the thing is, the problem with it is that when you read it, a lot of people read it for the action junkie, like the action junkie parts of it. Like,
I'm actually okay. So, I watched it for that most of the time, but I was also still watching it for the story. You know, like because like that's if it's just action, blah blah blah, you turn into what's that? God of High School.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just called God of High School.
Yeah, that was trash because it had no plot to it.
Yeah.
So I still listen to the plot while also looking for the action junkie for Attack on Titan.
Well, yeah, but it's the same way that, like, you look for the plot in, like, One Piece, right? Like, people will watch, like, a lot of people watch the show just because, like, the action and fighting scenes are really cool. But it has, like, a really good plot, right?
Yeah.
But the point of the plot is just to have, an actual self-contained story. Like, there's lessons to be learned about real life, but the entire story itself is not designed to be, like, a critique. This story, the way I look at it at least, Attack on Titan is a critique of modern society at least. And it kind of screwed itself when they made the first season. Because when they made the first season, they drew people in not as, like, a critique, but as, like, an adrenaline junkie thing. Because even though, like, the deaths and, like, all the Titan stuff in season 1 were, like, horrible and grotesque, they weren't taken as, like, quote-unquote terrible things. They were, like, action things at that point, or horror things. And it kind of, like, gave people wrong expectations, I think.
And my expectations were not given.
Yeah.
Personally, at least.
Yeah. I mean, I know why people don't like it. I can understand that, because it's not what you were it's not what people were expecting out of the ending of a show like that. And I can get that. But I think when you take a step back from what you were expecting from it and just look at it collectively, I think it's an amazing story. That's just a theory.
I missed that. I missed when that channel was good and didn't just take from Reddit posts.
Shh. Matt, Pat, we love you. Please collab with us.
No, actually, I like him. I like his streams actually. But Matt, Pat, please get better.
I haven't watched the channel forever. Anyway, all right. So let's do some food. There's some good, like, seasonal food stuff. We're getting close to Halloween, right? So this is for some reason controversial. Candy corn is god tier candy, and anyone who says otherwise is just going with the past perception people held of candy corn.
No, candy corn is okay. It's not the best though.
Yeah, I like candy corn. Like, it's not my favorite candy.
I think you're kind of weird for saying that candy corn is the god, whatever you want to call it. It's
Well, like,
it's not. It's not.
If we're talking about like name brand candies, there's no like quote unquote god tier candy because it's all like mid candy is the whole and that's the whole
Yeah.
point of it, right? But
Yeah.
among those mid tier candies, god tier might be a little excessive, but
Yeah.
it's definitely up there. I like candy corn.
Candy corn's not bad. Yeah, it's definitely not god tier, but it's good.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not super controversial. I didn't know about that one. I had to feel out there.
Okay, may I take the next one?
Yeah. Go.
This is my own thoughts.
Okay.
If you get a well done steak, you have the taste buds of a baby.
True.
Like I don't get people who you're eating bark at that point. You're okay. One thing that pisses me the hell off is my friend loves a steak well done, and he eats it with ketchup.
All right. So all right. I'm gonna. Okay, steak with ketchup is not bad. I'm gonna defend that, but I can't defend the well done part. That's like unforgivable.
Those are two combinations that just do not mix. Steak and ketchup, but also well done steak.
No, steak and ketchup, honestly, light amounts of ketchup is like pretty good. I'll say.
He slathers it in it.
Okay, that's. I mean, slathering anything with any sauce is already a problem. So
Unless it's like gravy. Gravy's good slathered.
well, gravy's not an overpowering flavor though. I don't even consider gravy a dressing. Gravy is like it's not a dressing or a
It's a-
condiment. It's like a separate part of the meal. It's not
It's a
like
good
a
part of
top.
the meal too.
Yeah.
Gravy. Okay, if anything is god tier, gravy is god tier.
Gravy slaps.
Yeah, gravy is great.
Yeah, but yeah, well done steak is yeah, you're a monster if you eat well done steak. My parents eat.
Ruined meat.
All right, I have a story. Okay, so my parents came up from like basically like they didn't have like the best quality stuff, so it was always taught that you needed to like cook everything a lot in order to make sure that like there's no like bacteria or anything in it, right?
Yeah.
So both my parents eat medium well steak, medium well burgers, medium well everything. So that's what I grew up on. So I always thought I always took everything as medium well.
That's not terrible though.
Yeah, it's not
That's
terrible.
not- that's-
But the continuation of my story is I made myself a steak like 3 weeks ago because I just wanted to splurge. But the way that I made it, it came out as like a lighter medium, which like I had some medium stuff, but like before, but like on the higher end of medium. But this was like medium, like closer to medium rare,
Mm.
and it was so good. Oh, it was the best steak I have ever had. So I'm fully
You
aboard that bus now.
You get the juices, you get the cooked smokiness of it, you get everything when you get it more rare.
Yeah,
I've yet to try. I've yet to try a fully rare steak. I think I would enjoy it though.
I don't know if I can eat it like that uncooked, but I'm liking like the high end of medium rare, almost medium. Like, oh, that's
I've
outrageous.
yet to try two types of steaks. I want to try a medium, a rare steak, and a blue steak. Have you tried blue steak before? Or have you heard of blue steak?
Okay, I keep hearing about blue steak. What is blue steak? I don't understand.
Okay, so you char the outside like really fast, and you leave the inside like rare-ish, rarer, I would say. So it's like the outside is like really crispy and like charcoaly, but the inside is like rare.
So it's like burnt ends
Yeah,
plus
but the thing is,
rare steak.
yeah, it's like what I would imagine like. I don't know. It seems like it can be good, especially if it's like smoked.
I can see why people would like that, but yeah,
Because I'm a man who likes it juicy, possibly a little bit bloody, because blood is basically just the juice.
I think it's yeah. I mean, I don't like it like I haven't tried it rare, but just concept wise, I don't know if I trust anyone besides myself to make something like rare or less, just because like I have a natural innate distrust of food. I might try it sometime. Like I'm not opposed to it, but just the concept of eating something while it's still like rare, like it'll take some time to get over.
It's understandable.
I'll just stick with my medium rare for now.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's what I usually do as well.
Yeah.
But if you get, like I said, if you get well done, you're a baby, and you need to grow up.
Agreed. other than if you have like problems with your taste buds where you have to eat medium, yeah, like well done steak. Like at that point, I understand. Like
Is that a thing?
yeah, well, like if you're like I know when you get older, like before when my grandma was a bit younger, like in her like late 60s, early 70s, she always got well done steaks, but that was because like she was pretty frail and her taste buds were pretty like pretty degraded, so she needed to have it well done in order to like not like minimize the risk of like having a bad steak plus not overwhelming her.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's the exact reason, but I know that happened. So something along those lines. I'm sure it's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So I have a question for you from this because I saw this and I added this. Not because I don't know if it's a hot take or not, because I want to know if you've tried this because I've never have.
Oh boy.
Okay. Sour Patch Kids sandwiched between two Cheez-Its.
I think this is a meme. I mean,
I don't think it is. This is from Michelle. I think she's serious.
okay, okay. I have to ask this to her, but
Okay, because
why?
I don't.
Where'd you get
That's
this
the
idea
thing.
from?
I don't know why either. But is it crazy that I think it actually sounds okay?
I mean, it's a bunch of flavors I don't think could mix well together. I mean, it has the possibility. I just don't get what you're trying to get out of the flavor. Like, are you trying to go for like sour? Are you trying to go for like the salties of like the Cheez-Its? Are you trying to go for the sweet of the Sour Patch Kid? Like, it's just a bunch of like it's three categories of food that you're getting in one bite.
That's not a bad thing, though, right? That
mean,
sounds good to me.
I mean, I don't know because you're also getting with like the cheesy part, which is like, well, what would cheese go under as like a taste?
I don't know. What would it go? I guess it depends on the type of cheese too, though.
Like, if
Like
you're going for a cheddar cheese, it's like maybe salty,
salty or
maybe a umami.
I wouldn't even. I literally don't know.
It's like is it savory? It's not savory, no. No, well, I would consider Sour Patch Kid savory.
Let's ask Mr. Google. What food category? What food category does cheese its belong in? Okay, calling it flavored snack crackers is not going to help me.
Flavored snack crackers. No idea.
Okay, yeah, the internet's not being helpful. Okay, yeah, I have absolutely no idea.
All right, so that I would consider this as a meme until I have a Sour Patch Kid sandwich in front of me with Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
So-
Michelle, bring some of these to the next general meeting. We'll try them and give our opinions. If this is actually a thing, if it's a meme, you got us. But I'm interested now. I need to try this. I also do not have Sour Patch Kids in my house.
I
We can make
not
this.
either.
We can make this a Halloween thing. Like I would do that.
I doubt that. Halloween. Okay, sure.
I mean, candy, right?
Sure. Okay, so
Crackers or chips.
what's our next? Should we do the one from Will all the way at the bottom or no? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. We can do that one right now if you want.
Because like we're getting near our end time and such,
Has it already been 2 hours?
right?
Oh, I thought we were like an hour in. Okay. I mean, we can. I mean, we can go over if you like if we feel like it.
Which one would you of all the lists would you prefer to go over? Because
Oh, there's too many.
that seems like the best series one to add on off on, at least in my opinion. But
Okay, we
what's-
can do that one, and then we'll do one of my selection because I want to go over one that I added.
okay, well,
We can go over. We can go over. It's fine as long as you don't have
Okay.
anything going on.
Yeah, I have nothing going on. All right, so this is a I would consider this controversial one because this one's kind of what's the word? This one goes in the delvings of relationships and
Yeah.
such.
This is a serious one.
This is a very serious one. This is one that I will not meme about. This is one that's kind of like I personally don't even know sometimes what I would consider. I would okay. I'll just say it. From what Will said, this is his take. You can cuddle with platonic friends.
It's
your thoughts on that?
contextual, I think, is the thing, right?
I mean, if you're, what would be a good context for this?
Okay,
'Cause-
so I think it definitely depends because then you get into like like the differences between like genders and stuff like that, and like if you're in like committed relationships and stuff like that. But personally, I feel like we need to normalize more affection, at least between like guy friends. Like, I feel like it's to the extent of where like most guys have like never like hugged their friends, right? Like, at least for me, like that's probably true for most of my friends at the very least. Just because like it's not normally a thing that's like encouraged by society most of the time, but it's been very much proven that affection between humans, not in a romantic way, but just having contact with humans is good for us. And it's a human need that we need to be able to interact with people in that way. So I think it's necessary in some scenarios.
To be quite honest, I'm a huge hug person. I love giving hugs. I love getting hugs.
Same.
I want to hug more people, but I'm always afraid of like they'll think I have over like what's it called? I have feelings for them or something or like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I just genuinely enjoy a good hug from time to time. Whether it's
We have a
my
society have romanticized touching people. That sounds weird now that I say that. But
I mean
like
it's true though. It's true.
yeah, like not like in a weird way, but like we as a society have taken it to where like anything more than a handshake can be suggestive towards you having feelings for someone.
I think it's stupid.
Agreed. Like I'm
It's
not pulling up stuff right now, but there are studies out there that have proven that humans do need affection in terms of like how do I put it? Like humans being able to have contact with one another is a good thing, which is why like for like most people, like even if you don't talk to people, just interacting with people is almost feeling like a daily necessity, especially like over COVID when people like took to joining things like Discord servers and things like that, or like doing podcasts, like stuff like that, and why COVID hurt so much because we couldn't have as many interactions as we normally could.
what's it called? Just like as a little side bit, I don't. I personally get how people can enjoy online relationships. To me, it can never take over the real thing. I need that like touch factor because it. I just can't imagine being in a serious relationship where I have not like at least hugged the person.
Well, yeah, part of the brain, like it's also like a scientific thing of like where part of the brain that releases like dopamine and stuff, like when like you're in love and stuff like that, is like part of it is triggered by physical contact, which is
Yeah,
why we as humans enjoy affection.
like for me to be in the realm possibility of like being in a relationship with you is like I need to at least like be able to like this kind of counter arguing with like what I said about right now, but I need to at least hug you once to see if I like am compatible with you in any sort of like way beyond like a regular friend. Because I've only hugged like best friends and stuff. I've hugged like my guy friends. I've hugged like I think one or two girls ever in my life that were not in a relationship, and that's because I just consider them good friends. And
Yeah.
to be anything beyond that, I need to be a good friend, obviously.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's definitely contextual. Like, at one point in high school, I was going through like a pretty bad period in life. Like, just nothing could go right. But I had a friend and his girlfriend. Very nice people. I just needed like some form of like human interaction. So whenever I met up with them at school and like talked with them, I would just like hug them goodbye, like just to say hello, and like just to like show some of the affection that I was needing. And like both of them like agreed, and it was fine. And that was like something that I feel like should be more normalized, just because just having that little bit of just like being able to show my appreciation to my friends like was very touching for me. Like it was very helpful, especially when I was going through some tougher times.
Hell yeah! It's hugs are just God given gift. Even though, yeah, that's also a controversial topic which we will not get into.
Yeah, hugs are
Uh,
great. All right.
but
So,
yeah,
all right.
hugs are God tier, at least.
Yep. All right. So to answer your question, Will, I don't actually. I'm doing this like a Q&A when it's hot takes. But yes, I agree. Obviously, you get like into like weird territory that we won't discuss when it comes to like if you're a guy and you're in a relationship with a girl and you're hugging other girls or whatever like that. If yeah, at that
It's
point
all about
it's contextual. You have to sort it out with whoever you're in a relationship with, because people
yes.
are open to different things. It's a case by case basis.
And if you and your partner disagree with each other on that situation, then if I'm being completely honest, you have to. If you keep on doing it, obviously, I just don't think you'll be a perfect match for each other, and you should try to just break
Yeah.
up if that really is that important to you.
Part of relationships is learning how to compromise and learning what you can give and take on and what you can compromise on. If you guys can't work out a compromise, or you can't like figure out some way to come to a conclusion, either like you guys aren't seeing on each other's levels or you guys just aren't in sync, then you either need to figure that out or it won't last long.
I have to agree.
All right,
All
so
right, so what's
last
the last one?
all right, so we're going back to gaming. This is my personal one
Okay.
and a topic very near and dear to my heart, as the only game I play really, other
Let
than
me
like
guess, League.
yes. So, really hot take for all the League players in chat. League does not deserve the bad rep it gets. Most of the issues with the game are just people projecting their personal problems onto the game and are not actually problems with the game itself.
Okay, so I have to disagree with you there
Yeah, I
because inherently, what makes a game, or well, at least a multiplayer game, is the people, the community, the people who actually delve into the game itself.
Okay, have you
If the
seen
people,
have you seen Call of Duty lobbies?
oh, dude, the thing is, that's what makes it good. The toxicness.
Yes, I too love being hurled 3 racial slurs.
So, okay, so the thing is, I actually think it's okay. As bad as it sounds, that's the part of the community. It feels so good when you beat those type of people.
True.
It feels so amazing when you beat the people who sling all those insecurities at you, blah blah blah. But the thing is, with League, you don't get that same connection. You just get like, oh yeah, text chat, blah blah blah.
Well, there's the reason there's text.
It's your own team most of the time too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, because like League attracts a very particular audience. I honestly don't know why League attracts the audience it does. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, like I'm not super well versed in like how game marketing works and how they market towards specific audiences. So I don't know exactly what audience League caters toward. But I do know, just from personal experience, like just interacting with people, I wouldn't be able to name it, but people of a certain type are attracted to games like League. And those people are like some of the smartest and like best players that you will see, but also some of the people who have like the most problems related to that. Like I listened to a really good podcast called Broken by Concept by Coach Curtis and Nathan Mott, who were coach and player for Dire Wolves back from like 2013 to like 2017 or something like that. So they're like really involved in the League space. They do like a great podcast going over all this stuff. But basically, League as a game is incredibly unique because it's quite possibly one of the most addictive games in terms of the way it is. Because every single game, you have it, like, even though it's a 5v5 and games themselves are not under your complete control, there is no other game that can like perfectly reflect how like you exist like as a person in a game. Like whatever problems that you have in real life will present themselves in the game, and whatever like strong points or successes you have in the game in real life will also represent themselves in the game. And I don't know how it manages to do it, but I've realized like a lot of personal problems and stuff like that just by looking at like bad habits in the game, not only just like from gameplay stuff, but just like mental stuff, like how I tilt, how I get toxic, how I feel when that stuff happens, like what happens when I fail, what happens when I succeed, stuff like that. When I look at that, I'm able to like look at that, like take that, and then I'll figure out like, oh, this is exactly what happens in real life when I like fail at something, when I succeed at something, when something goes wrong, when someone does something to me that's like detrimental to me, stuff like that. Like 90% of the stuff in the game is like represented in real life. So when you have a bunch of like, even if no one's flaming you or being toxic in chat and stuff like that, if somebody's like just like running it down, like not even on purpose, but they have like 10 deaths in 15 minutes or something like that, it's very likely not a problem with the game or anything like that, or like your abilities to play the game. It's likely a problem of either you not knowing how to play the game on that person well enough, or just not knowing how to play the game well enough, and a lot of that's connected to personal issues. And in the same way, people love to complain about balance issues in the game, when relatively, it's extremely balanced comparatively, because what game can say that of their over 150 character cast, no character is over a 53% win rate, and no character is under a 45% win rate? I'm pretty sure the lowest win rate character right now in their main role is like 46%. Like, that's insane balance-wise, that you can get within 5% of 50% win rate for over 150 characters. Even if they aren't like super fun to play against, like with the amount of balance patches they do and everything, of course things are going to be pushed. But the fact that every single character is playable within 5% win rate of 50%, with even just first-timers and stuff like that, is absolutely insane. In short, play League. Please. We need more player base. Literally.
I'm being completely honest. I just, every time I try to play League, it's never hooked me. The matches are 40 minutes long most of the time, 45 minutes.
That's actually rare nowadays.
Is it really?
Most of my games are like 25, like my serious games that like aren't FF15s and aren't extremely long, like the outliers, like most of my games are like 25 minutes.
Even then, that's quite a bit of a time sink.
Oh, it definitely is. Play
one match.
Aren't like Apex rounds like 10, 15 minutes anyway?
Well, the thing is, you're always constantly on the move. You're always constantly doing something with League. It's kind of like, it's time management. And you have to like, you had to do like certain things. You had to go jungle. You had to go, go get your mobs and all that stuff to like gain levels and all that stuff.
It's a very strategic game. It's the same way that like I understand why you wouldn't like it. It's the same reason why I would like prefer a CS:GO or a Squads or a thing like that over something like an Apex Legends. It's just like a different type of game.
Yeah, that's personally why I've never enjoyed it, at least in my mind.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Also, there's the like you said, the community. It's always like angry, toxic man who smashes keyboard against his monitor.
Okay,
or
all right, all right. Season 4, Tyler 1 does not.
Girl.
Season 4, Tyler 1 and Gamer Girl do not represent our entire community. I will say, but we get a bad rap because most of the popular people are people that play characters, at least for streamers. Like, we all know Tyler 1 is not actually, like at least nowadays, he's not actually, like, a domestic abuser, right? He's, like, he's playing a character for his stream, the same way that, like, most people who stream play a character. But it got very popular because, like I said about League players having problems, they also have problems with separating people from streams from real life, which is how you get parasocial relationships and stuff, and people that idolize Season 3 Tyler 1. And that's how you get that. But like most of my games, I don't have that problem. Like I had one person in like I played a game before this, which is why I was almost late. It was a really long game because there was a lot of back and forth. It was like 42 minutes. There was really back and forth. But the enemy Yasuo, like typical Yasuo player, was like flaming the guy who was playing, who was laning against him, like saying like, "Oh, 1v1 me, you're so bad." And then like our jungler and support just came up and like 3v1'd him, and like just kept like literally just kept playing against him, like kept like 3v1ing him, and he kept dying and dying and dying. He kept saying like, "Just 1v1 me, bro. You need all this help." I just typed to him like, "Bro, it's a 5v5 game. Like that's the whole point of it." And like that person probably has like, you know, something outside of it that causes him to think that. Like it's not a problem with the game. It's just like the game itself is so good at rewarding people for having good habits and punishing people for having bad habits. that it becomes a very uncomfortable experience.
Hmm.
You should get a semi-professional thing like custom background talking sprites.
Well, technically, this is custom.
Yeah,
Mine isn't this.
technically this is custom. Mine's a Pickaroo. But yeah, this is like all very impromptu. Well, not impromptu, but it's very much so like a side thing for our club. Like the podcast as it is right now, this is our 4th episode. So we're not really investing a lot into it right now. We're just trying to see where this leads us. If it gets really popular, then we'll probably end up making it a bit of a bigger deal. Right now, this is literally all work done by me using some of the work of my predecessors before us for other stuff.
Is there a main thing?
Yeah. So if this, I don't know if you're in our Discord or if you're part of the club, but we're actually the Texas A&M Aggie Society of Manga and Art. So we have a Discord for Texas A&M students, and we mainly run in-person meetings. For like we have an anime meeting, we have general meetings, and we have art meetings. So that's the main club activities, and then we also have other events that we pop up. Like we're having karaoke soon. We had bowling before, things like that. So this is actually just more of an offshoot for our club to try and reach out to more of the online community, because especially over COVID, we realized that we actually have a lot of people in our community in general that don't like to go to our in-person events or that can't go to our in-person events, and people who just enjoy being able to have club activities while at home. So this podcast is more of an attempt to interact with people from the club who either can't go to meetings, don't want to go to meetings, or just want to be able to enjoy some conversation with club people online. So right now we're not looking at doing much more, just because what we have now is probably sufficient. But I do have some plans in the future. Oh yeah, Aggie.io, great drawing website. I don't know why they used our name. It's completely unrelated to us. It wasn't even like a graduate of our university. Like I don't know how they came up with that. But yeah, I found out about that like 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty cool.
Well, either way, is technically Aggie-SAMA like only Aggie students, or can anybody else join?
Well, we're supposed to be, we're a club we're an official club at the school. So technically the club itself is only students, but like we have Galveston students in the club. We have what's the not Rel. What's it called?
I have no idea. I all I know is like Galveston or Corpus Christi.
Yeah, we have like students from other campuses and other programs in the Discord and stuff. I don't know our official policy on like actually having other people join. I'm about to ask my president. Is he here? Is he in the chat? He's a mod. Because I know our meeting. He's supposed to be in chat. Xander, what's our opinion on letting people like not at A&M into the Discord? Because I know meetings are club members only who go to the school. I know that's a policy, but I don't know what the rest of that.
If he doesn't answer anytime soon, I'm pretty sure.
If he doesn't answer anytime soon, I'll ask him during our next officer meeting, and I'll get back to you in 2 weeks when we have the next podcast.
Alrighty. Well, is this the end of the podcast?
I think it will be, considering that we are 15 minutes over time, apparently.
Oh wow.
I honestly did not feel like that.
It was actually pretty fun talking about this stuff.
Yeah. Also, for reference, I have like at least like 30 more takes. I did not think that we were going to spend this long taking it. Yeah, we
usually do.
We run the podcast bi-weekly. So right now we need to have time for the podcast itself. Yeah, we aim for 2 hours, just because like we want to give enough time for discussion. But if it runs on for too long, then it takes up too much of people's time, and we also get tired. Turns out having conversation between a bunch of introverts for 2 hours is like pretty tiring, especially when you're like going off topics and stuff. Really fun, but like lots of social energy.
Of our time.
Yeah, us. Like I have to like finish up some homework, and then I still want to play like a game or two of League. Like we'll see what happens. The night's still ahead of us, but
probably play some COD. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe go snack and something for a bit.
Yeah, I want to finish. Like I got some I think I mentioned this earlier. I got some Domino's pizza for dinner, and like I got like
half of it.
I ate five slices because I was like really hungry and I skipped lunch. I might go and have one more slice, but I want to have enough for lunch. I also got a
You
cake at
missed-
HEB, like a mini cake. Might have a little slice of that.
Ooh, you missed the curry con though.
I did. I was sad. Yeah, we're the Texas A&M University in College Station. I don't know what RGV is though.
Yeah, I have no idea what RG
I'm
is.
not a Texan.
I have no idea what that is
League.
either.
Bowen. Sam, are you watching this on the TV with Bowen right now?
That's actually pretty funny if so.
Wait, Bowen, your club is literally joining the A&M like esports thing for League. Like I literally just got an announcement about TASA. Like about
first of
TASA
all,
joining League. And TASA's joining like a League tournament. They were looking for members. They posted in like the official League server saying like, hey, if anyone wants to join TASA for like the official A&M League tournament, like message us. And I was like, wait.
First of all, I'm pretty sure there's another like A&M near the valley, but there's like A&Ms all over Texas.
Yeah, there's like 5, right? It's like
Something crazy like that.
yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs. We were us and Prairie View are the original ones though.
Yeah, we're College Station is like the original A&M technically.
And Prairie View. Prairie View was created at the same time.
Yeah. Other than that, anything else to say, Connor? Any extra?
I'll share
Really?
one last hot take before we leave. Be a quick one, don't
I
worry.
just want to say we went over like what 6, 7 topics when we had like 30 something plus.
Yeah, we might do this again. I have the stuff saved, like what we went over. So
Yeah.
we might have a part 2 at some point. You know, this was fun. Maybe invite on a few more people, get some more opinions.
First of all, that's actually okay. So if you weren't here for the beginning, this is actually a commission I got from I would consider a friend. They're not really active in my life anymore, but basically it's a mixture of Chowder from Chowder and Jojo of Cujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's just kind of like I don't know why I asked for this, but it's perfectly in the perfect style. At least in my opinion.
It looks really nice. Yeah, and
It
if you didn't catch the beginning, I'm gonna be uploading the VOD as soon as my computer cooperates after this is done to our YouTube channel, which I probably need to start posting this places because I just realized when I was at like my last meeting, I asked people about the channel, and most people didn't realize that like we have a YouTube channel. So I need to start like advertising. I need to get Anna to like make a post about it or something. Yeah, mine's just a picker that I found. I don't have the link anymore. My avatar. I literally don't know what happens to the picker link. We have like a million different pickers that we go through. I just found one that had
Picker
transparent
is fun.
backgrounds. Picker is so much fun.
I like Picker. I like
Yeah.
making tired, gray-haired, red-eyed anime girls.
Yeah, mine is my I don't have a type, but my thing that I always look for is pickers with highlights. Like I love making characters with highlights. I don't know why, but like it's so much fun. Like when you're able
like,
to do
like
like a good
highlight hair.
yeah. Like when you get like a let me I can pull up an image. I have like a folder saved. I have like a lot. I saved all my good ones.
What's it called? For Pit Crew, I always try to go for like if they have eye bags as like a feature, yeah, it's a-okay for me.
That means they're in engineering. You're looking for an engineering person right there.
But yeah, I always go for like I also really am like infatuated with gray-haired or like silver-haired anime girls, blah blah blah.
Okay, this one was fire. Sorry to interrupt.
That's all good. It's all good. Also, short hair. Short hair is badass. Anybody who says not is weak.
Okay, so let me resize this. Tell me I'm not a god at Pickeroo.
Oh boy. Oh dude, I need to send you one of mine.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, I could have.
All right, short hair equals long hair. I'm not going to discriminate. All hair is good. You just have to play towards the strengths. Coda, I know. I all of us are good. All of us are good. That's a very good question. Our officer is not answering. Our president's not answering right now, even though he's in the chat. Xander, answer us. Like we're asking questions. I see you, like in the chat. Please answer. I'm sending you messages on Discord.
Got her. Show this one. This is peak.
You send it to me.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now. This is peak Pickeroo. This is like peak my taste of like women in general.
Let me pull it up. That's nice. That's a good. Which Pickeroo? Oh, is that the name of the picker right there, or is that a commission or something?
I have no. It's Picker. I have no idea what it is though.
That's pretty good. Let me pull it up real quick. I
That's
have.
like peak my style of like if I had to if I had to stay with one like anime chick for the rest of my life. Yes, that.
All right, there we go. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's based. Base is all hell. I love that one. You see like the eye bags, the glasses, and like the long but short hair with like the little ponytail in the back. She's like, I don't know. There's something about it. Something about it. Picker is like a build your own waifu character, blah blah blah. It's like Build a Bear Workshop, but online and digital, but for anime girls.
Yeah, it's very, very fun. Let me pull up my personal favorite. So it's not highlights because the picture I was using did not have it, but I have a really good one. This was actually my profile picture for a decent bit. Actually, there's two. So
Also, here's the Picker. It's the one that's on the screen right now. That one's mine.
oh, you found it. All right, so this one was my profile picture for literally forever, and it was just like female me. Like that one, that one I actually really like.
It's actually pretty clean. I like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It was that one, and then let's see, this one right here is really good. Just it's not like the actual character itself. The character is pretty generic, but just the Picker's style is like absolutely insanely good.
Picker's nice. Picker's got you.
Yeah.
Picker should exist.
Also, I got confirmation from our president. We allow pretty much anyone to join the club Discord at the very least. It's just that meetings are restricted to A&M members only or our corresponding affiliate universities. But the Discord is pretty much open. That's a link to our website, which should have a link if you want to. That's like public, so I'm pretty sure that's why we allow it. Let me just make sure it works. We just commissioned a new website. Hopefully everything works. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We have actually I think we have
a couple high schoolers actually.
Well, we also have like a bunch of alumni too. Stuff we don't have. Yeah.
We have like 2 or 3 high schoolers in our group right now. Yeah.
I mean, not really.
No, on Discord. On Discord.
I mean,
got you.
Kinda. I mean, yeah, we can't really like. It's kind of hard to tell usually because like we can't like we don't ask people like we don't like hard verify because like it's pretty much only people from the university that join, so we don't like check.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
good.
Oh, we have a link in the bio. I literally have not touched the Twitch bio from our previous president when he made it at first. If we have a link in the bio, that's sick. I did not put it there. That's sick.
Neato.
All right, that's a lot less work for me. I don't have to post the website every time. Expired?
It's
okay.
expired.
All right, figured. All right, yeah, just use the contact form on the website then.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you for joining me today. It's been fun.
Of course. It was very, very fun. I hope to be on the next one, if possible. Not the next one, but like, I hope you all invite me again.
Yeah.
Until then, take care, everybody.
All right, see y'all.